Hi. Hello. Hi. I hope you're well. I learned that OBS has script logs just today. So that's nifty. Hi. Give me a sec. Boop. Badoop. Badoop. Hold on. That's the sound of excite. It's peak excite. Chill. Peak excite. What? Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Almost. There. Got him. Yeah. Howdy. How are you? Oh no. Frame loss. Sick. Cool. Nifty. Fucking awesome. I learned stuff. That's what makes it cool. No, I just learned to keep, well, I learned to like stare at the script logs first off. And then I learned to also, bloop-a-doop, hold on. Doop. No, I need the logs open because I changed stuff. There we go. There we go. OBS logs. There we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you. I want to do Cobra and I want to do Deadlock. If I feel like it, we'll play Dark Souls. I hope you have a lovely day at work tomorrow. I'm petting a plushie. Oh, I fixed the frame loss during Deadlock as well as during recording. That's what makes this such a lovely, joyous moment in our world. I mean, also just because reasons. We're gonna start with Cobra, because this sounds fun. And that'll lure everyone into a false sense of security. Good night. Take care. Appreciate you. Be well. Let's see. Hello. Hello, lovely goopers. It's not using much of my CPU to do this. Weird. Weird frame latency. Weird. Strange. Odd. Perplexing. Weird goober shit. YouTube live chat, not top chat. Hello, Twitch. Hi, I adore you. There's an ad in 5 minutes. I can delay the first one. Sick. I'm gonna do that. I'm paying attention for the first one. It's just subsequent ones I may not pay attention, you know? There, I'm gonna have the logs show up on startup for a while until I get used to everything. I'm back to fucking with, whatchamacallit? Bloopers. Thingy that toggles sources depending on the current scene you're on. That. I'm getting used to that again. That'll be fun. That'll be exciting. So, hi, hello, I adore you. We're doing Cobra stuff.
See, we got the old BC Rich out.
What?
Lovely. This is my favorite brand of guitar.
Bruh.
Could you
I need
imagine
this.
if
You're here for it.
was
What's
then
up? Hope you're well.
flipped and mirrored to this section, and if it came down to about here, and as it kind of came down to that point, about somewhere right there, then fanned in or out to form like the other half of it would look like a Draco kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then if it had like 34 frets that were slightly scalloped,
I want to
And
play
you have
fretless.
like,
I want to play fretless bass. Hi, if you don't know me, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I want to play fretless bass. Something fucking fierce. Ooh. I've lost 75 frames due to network shit. Fixing.
one pickup for distortion, and then one pickup for super heavy distortion, one pickup for like clean, and then like, yeah, and one pickup for like, yeah, that'd be sick.
Should be.
And if like
unless
a
it's out of my
bar
control.
that kind of came out, and like it was like a hooded cobra, you know what I'm saying? On the end of it, like you get, and I had, you know, the standard headstock, yeah, man. And if you put like 10 strings on it, dude, that'd be metals.
I sporadically am losing like 100 frames here and there to YouTube.
I tried to shred that and I hit the one wrong note. Fuck.
I'm looking at my network. I'm looking at my network shit locally, and it's like, nah, cousin, you're fine. But then I look at fucking OBS, and it's like, I'm losing 100 frames every, like, couple thousand or a few thousand. It's just like in a big sequence. It just like shits them. It doesn't have the weird visual tuning thing on. Confuse. Confuzzle wuzzles.
Blaming on the 80s.
I know. I need to make it easier for you to toggle that other thingy. There you go. Am I doing dickhead things to his audio? No? Nope, just recorded like this.
Yeah, man, that was crunchy.
You can hear it resonating in the background, so you know it's not being digitally picked up directly to the recording thing.
Yeah. Oh,
which is fine. But you can hear there a little bit of resonance in his background. And from his background, we can tell that it's not directly picked up by the fucking, like,
alright, I see
software. Which is totally cool. Actually, it's pretty cool. It's more cool. It gives me stuff to do with my brain bits. So yeah, I just lost, like, more frames.
Peaches and watermelon.
What?
Look at that. Alright. This is going to be an interesting mixture of combinations for sure, dudes. Dudettes, they, them.
Studio mode.
I'm not trying to be a dick.
Where the
when I go off on these topics, but I'm just trying to figure out how people think, you know, and ask questions. But in today's overly politically correct society, you're not allowed to ask questions, and just because it offends people. People who grew up watching Family Guy, South Park, The Simpsons, what have you, are so goddamn offended, it's ridiculous.
Cause like, it's in the logs, but I forgot what I called it. Weird.
You were like, oh, Cobra, you suck at guitar. Well, that's your opinion. If you don't like my guitar playing, then don't watch. We're playing guitar stuff.
I love this man's attitude. Holy shit.
So,
goddamn.
I think I've earned the right to.
This is my kind of person. Motherfucker just talk shit.
I could shred a little bit, you know. Come off of it, you fucking wanker. That one don't want to come open. Let's try the other one. These are tricky sometimes. When they don't want to come open. So
How is
there we
this
got
man
the
this man?
watermelon is
How?
gonna be last in there, I guess.
Thank fuck this man is this man. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. There's the scene.
Oh man, that smells like some fire, son.
Remove. If OBS crashes, I'm sorry. Yo, it didn't crash. Yo, let's go. Score. I thought it was gonna. It might have. You never fucking know with me. That's the thing. I'm here to be a goober. So, like.
You fucking.
Populate my logs no more.
Watermelon.
Oh. It's fine. I no longer care. We've already tidied up OBS, so it's no longer losing frames when I record while playing Deadlock. That'll do for me. That's good enough. I take little victories. I don't always need to do a lot of bullshit and be extra. Sometimes I can just live and be cool. Okay, but what about that fucking network loss?
Yes,
no.
Folks. If you're doing a Halloween party for
He's
adults,
done with it now.
It's a great idea. Cool. Just get like a bunch of bags of those, open them, and pass them out, you know?
Sure.
It's because when adults trick or treat, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got candy of a different kind. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Be clear. Okay,
only.
Cool. That is mostly sugar. He's not wrong. Oh gosh, he's doing the same drink again. Crazy, not the same, but like a similar. Codes.
What do we pull out?
Bruh.
Peppermint what? Dude, what?
I'm not here for it. I'm just like also. It's also a thing. It's a thing, you know?
And grapes?
It's a lot. Some stuff happens.
And mystery flavor. Hold up. What? Okay, now this.
Okay. I have my logs back in front of my face.
I'll save those last three for a different combo. But.
Okay, maybe not verbose. This is a little much.
Should we do it, YouTube?
Yes. I'll bitch about it, but you should still do it.
We're going to add all 6 of these in there. All 6 of these in there. All 6 of these in there.
I can't really influence this. I'm not a time traveler. I'm just here for the show.
This is going to be one wild fucking, just go ham on it.
Yeah, go hard as a motherfucker in motherfucking deed, my guy.
Flavor combo, that would be fucking wild, dude. Just take like every flavor of 99 you can find and just pour it in there. I like the 99 stuff. It's good. It's not a sponsor.
Morning.
21 and up.
Oh, you're fine. I was like being a goober. How are you? What's your day like? How have you been?
This is why YouTube likes watching my videos out, because it's like, why would you mix all of those into one glass, you fucking psychopath? And I'm like, because it's fun.
That's exactly. Yes.
Anyway,
it's like he's a mind reader.
Get out of there.
Goddamn.
Get the fuck out, you motherfucker.
Everybody wants everyone else to be a mind reader. Meanwhile, Cobra holding it down. Mind reading.
Slim Shady. Yo, Jessica Boyle got arms like a lunch lady. Chicka, what? She's nothing but a cocksucking slut. Tried to put it in her butt, but it wouldn't work because she's a fucking jerking my cock while I rock this guitar like a rock star. Scar and Trolls for life. She gave me back her pocket knife. I don't give a fuck. Because you ain't nothing but a slut. Yo, check this history flavor real quick.
Oh.
I can't even quite pin what the fuck that is. Like caramel?
It was the hardware acceleration thing, by the way.
I talked to her, dude, because she's threatening to shoot me on fucking camera and shit. I'm like, this bitch is unhinged and she wants the cock so bad.
But it's because it's
denied, sucker.
It's because it's distributed between encoding, decoding, and 3D rendering threads and some other bullshit.
Order on it.
And
I'm like, well,
it was the encoding ones that were saturated. And so I use the thingy that toggles what scene is on to toggle, or to check what scene is on and toggles filters. I forgot what it's called. It's in the thingy, I think. I'll check later. It's handy. It turns off the recording for one of the sources, and I also removed some of the load from them where I could.
With that drink combo by topping it off with a little bit of peach water to soften the burn and give us hydration.
A couple of them.
See, mixing, it might water it down a little bit, but like a little bit of hydration is actually good.
Yeah.
So, like, seriously, this is good. This is good.
This goes without saying, homie.
Not a sponsor. Now let's try this without spilling on the guitar. Why do I do this for you two? Because people are going, drink it, drink it.
I mean, kinda. Ew.
Holy shit, that burns. Oh.
Holy shit, that was a ride.
Yes, sir. That'll be enough.
Sorry, Bob.
On that. Can't wait for the next couple of hours. Holy shite.
Yes, sir.
That'll put some hair on your fucking chest. Not that I have a problem with that, ladies.
Put some hair up on your armpits, too. In your nose, your ears.
See, Jessica Boyle threatening to shoot me on camera and then saying I'm the one with the problem. Yeah, that's how fucking deranged she is. Bro.
She's inappropriate. But I want to play a game, too. Bruh. Quick sign off. What? Why is this an hour? What happens? What? Oh. What? Is Groot back? Did Groot get suspended? Oh my gosh, I could just ask. One of you fuckers that uses the twatters. Oh, I could just ask one of you Twitter fuckers. What? This isn't Guild Wars, is it? Ah, darn it. Do we know if they have a thing dinger? Oopers. Hi. Do we know if, like, can they still post stuff? I like when they do stuff. Hi. Did Vegan attack this cool person? Dude.
Being a Russian.
You're dealing with me while I have a goober day. I'm also still fixing stuff. How are you?
This channel of mine in the past, I've already talked quite a lot about how I dislike Russian television, Russian TV propaganda, and also Russian TV hosts in particular. I mean, it's pretty much to be expected. Russian TV lies all the time, they change their narrative constantly. Russian TV is just pretty toxic overall, you know, we have hosts saying that we should nuke the West essentially.
Россия – единственная страна в мире, которая реально способна превратить США в радиоактивный пепел.
I mean, with all the data breaches, it's really hard. It's really hard for me to not, like, just wonder if Mr. Putin will be like, yeehaw, gonna go denazify me, USA. Since that's, you know, the current, you know, vernacular for the, yeah, anyway.
These Russian TV hosts who just talk about Ukraine and America being battle day, some of them go as far as to physically attack foreign guests that are present in the studio.
Нет, я прошу! Артём, я прошу тебя! Артём, пожалуйста! Артём, я тебя очень прошу!
These people don't exactly have the greatest manners ever, and honestly, a ton of Russian TV people are just complete grifters who change their opinion and just keep spouting whatever that is told to them from up above. I mean, for example, like the legendary Russian TV propagandist Vladimir Vladimir Solovyov, who actually said this in 2013.
Никакой войны России с Украиной никогда не будет, потому что любой человек, который на полном серьезе попытается осуществить такого рода акт, является преступником, притом я не могу себе представить, какого размера. В Украине живут братские люди, война с которыми является самым страшным преступлением, которое может только придумать. Не надо кричать «Крым наш», надо просто сделать так, чтобы жизнь в нашей стране была настолько привлекательной, всем захотелось жить с нами в мире и идти к нам.
And yes, of course, having said that, just a year after all of this, Vladimir Solovyov was celebrating the Crimea, returning back to his homeland, and right now he's one of the biggest supporters of ZV Goida and Russia's special military operation, right? However, a lot of those people that I just mentioned to you guys are pretty much, yes, they are talking heads, they're propaganda pundits, but they do have a bit of their own opinion there, and they're not just presenting news. However, what if I told you guys that even TV news anchormen in Russia are absolutely insane, and that a lot of the time their insanity goes further than that of your average Z propaganda speaker? Hey there people, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and in today's video, I would like to talk about Russia's #1 most famous TV anchorman, or should I say anchorwoman, Ekaterina Andreeva, who has actually been working as a news presenter on Russia's main, most popular, most viewed channel, Первый канал, or First Channel, since the year of 1997, and and I want to talk a bit about her insanity and how she's essentially become a symbol of Russian propaganda and Russian states, almost as much as Vladimir Putin himself at this point. So, let me introduce you. Who is Ekaterina Andreeva? Ekaterina Andreeva was either born in 1961 or 1965 in Moscow. Yes, her real birth date is not even known. This is already insane. She's essentially started working in Russian television around the collapse of the Soviet Union, so in the early 90s. And 1997 was the first time when Ekaterina Andreeva hosted the news on Первый канал, which was known as ORT at the time, but essentially it is the most popular and most watched channel in Russia, kind of like the Russian BBC, and throughout this entire time of Vladimir Putin's life, it's obviously become the main tool of Russian propaganda. So yes guys, once again, let's just take that in for a second. This lady here, Ekaterina Andreeva, has been the host of the main news broadcast in the entirety of Russia for 27 years now. Okay?
Хотим предупредить вас, что в последующих сериях многих постоянных героев будут играть другие актеры, но в роли главной героини вы увидите всю ту же полюбившуюся вам Веронику Кастро.
So yes, she was a young, attractive lady of an age of 30 to 35 when she first started anchoring for Russia's main news show, and she has been the face of Russian propaganda and Russian news, and she has been the same face staring at Russians from the screen for 27 years now, and right now in 2024 she's 68 years old and she's still the main most famous and most popular TV news anchor on Russian television on the First Channel. Is that normal? Because look, I understand that happens in other countries as well. There's news anchors and journalists and so on who have careers that span decades, you know, Bill O'Reilly, Anderson Cooper, Megyn Kelly, like whatever. Even Tucker Carlson, right? You have these people who have been working for decades and so on, but I think what is happening with Ekaterina Andreeva and how she's been the host of the exact same news program for 30 years now, it is kind of not normal. You guys know how Vladimir Putin, when he first came into power in 1999, he was like
also been a news anchor for that long,
pro-Western leader and everything, and people looked at this guy and they were like, wow, this is a young, you know, lad who probably has bright ideas, who's gonna lead us to a great future. And somehow, guys, 30 years later, we now have the same exact 72-year-old man who is not young anymore in the slightest in power, right? I mean, at this point, guys, this lady, Ekaterina Andreeva, in herself is kind of a Putin too. Because she's been in the same position of power for 30 fucking years, and we just see her get older, more insane, and less attractive. I'm sorry, I don't want to be misogynistic, but attractiveness plays a role when we choose an anchorman for news, right? And Ekaterina Andreeva was attractive 30 years ago, yes. Are there really no other well-spoken, attractive young Russian ladies out there that could replace her? Yes, there are. There's a fucking million, and also, are there a billion young, capable guys who could replace
Wait, aren't they busy being predated upon?
Perhaps, but we will never find it out because these people are never letting go, and they will grip onto their seat until they fucking. If you know a thing or two about Russia, it's pretty obvious that Russia has changed its course and ideology a couple of times by now, and that is essentially my problem with Ekaterina Andreeva. Just as she was staring at the screen and saying that Russia possibly joining NATO and European Union is good in 2003, now she's staring at the screen in 2024 and talking about how we need to nuke Ukraine, you know? And it's nothing to her. This is essentially what happens when you become part of the
Black belt
Russian
as
elite.
fuck?
And if you guys are gonna ask me the question
that
of what
too.
she could do instead, well, we actually do have a couple of recent examples of Russian TV news presenters or people who works in the Russian news quitting their job because they couldn't really work in that propaganda system anymore and actually speaking out about it and telling what it's really like. For example, a lot of you probably heard about the case of Marina Ovsyannikova. She actually worked as an editor on this news show, the exact same that Ekaterina Andreeva
Always
is
have
an
to look at
anchor
the
as.
screens.
And not long after the start of the war in Ukraine, on 14th March of 2022, Maria Ovsyannikova went into the studio right behind Ekaterina Andreeva with a huge banner saying, no war, stop the war, don't believe propaganda, they're lying to you here. Russians against war. So she essentially went out with an anti-war poster, an anti-war protest banner, and showed it live on air in front of millions of viewers on Russian TV. So pretty cool move. She was obviously immediately fired and was actually under trial, but she actually managed to escape Russia and is currently, as far as I understand, living in Europe or something. She's kind of a meme in herself. She does post a lot of cringe, but once again, her heart was in the right place. She did work on Russian TV for like 10 years before that, so once again, morality is debatable there.
You may
but
need to decompress.
She did take that step.
I can
she did
see you being a
protest,
little
and
cringy.
She did throw, you know, everything she
Why is there
had
a heart
away,
there?
her life
Hold
away,
up.
in
What's
order
up
to
with this
try and
outfit?
be true.
I'm not even kidding. What's up with this
Morality
outfit?
is debatable there, but she did take
Hold
that.
on. There's a heart, like, embossed into the outfit. Is this like a fuzzy sweater? Or is it like a layer above a fuzzy, like, sorry, is it a fuzzy, like, cover above a tee? Or is this like a tee, or is that a fuzzy sweater? Because it looks really cool. Like, do more of what this person does. But cool top. Good job.
Step. She did protest and she did throw, you know, everything she had away, her life away, in order to try and
like
be
that
truthful,
top.
in
It's
order
real
to
pretty.
not be like Ekaterina Andreeva. And there are also other examples. Farida Kurbangaleva was a news anchor and
I
a
know,
TV
right?
presenter and a
We
journalist
could be more
on the
useful,
channel
but this is
Rossiya
what you get
1,
today.
which is essentially Russia's second biggest channel. Also very much a place that spreads Russian propaganda. And in 2014, after the annexation of Crimea and, you know, Donetsk and Luhansk, that whole shitstorm, she actually left this channel and she left the news program because she could no longer work there because she didn't like spewing garbage about Ukraine 24/7, essentially. And after the invasion of Ukraine in 2022, she actually left Russia, spoke out against it, and currently she lives in Europe once again. And apparently she has also recently been not found, but convicted of being essentially an extremist terrorist and, you know, discrediting the Russian armed forces and all so on. So she's essentially like a persona non grata in Russia. She cannot come back. Same exact thing is pretty much true for Marina Ovsyannikova. So yes, there actually are other women in Russian TV who do have some sort of values and who actually did quit their jobs because they could not, you know, feel okay with themselves while they're, you know, partaking in all of this. So Ekaterina Andreeva is an absolute grifter pretty much with no values who once again has been the face of Russian TV for 30 years now. And I'm tired of her fucking face. We need new faces, okay?
I like your lights.
So anyway, now that we know about the situation in Russian news and so on, and how some actually can quit Russian news, I wanted to take a little bit of a look at Ekaterina Andreeva
There's
and
a
her
person covering up the
insanity.
lights again.
Because apparently when you happen to
How
be a
dare
TV
they?
host who is just
Rude.
one of the most privileged people in a
Pretty
system where
lights.
there's no meritocracy or
I'm covering up the
whatsoever,
lights
where you
too.
sold your soul to have the position
Not for
that you
me.
are in, essentially,
Yeah.
right? It turns
There.
out that if you stay in that
More
position for
pretty lights.
27 years, you
Enjoy.
tend to go a little bit insane, just like, you know, you tend to go a little bit insane if you stay a president of a country for 30 years straight. Ekaterina Andreeva, apart from being just a propagandist, she's also
I don't want to lead
very
anything or
esoteric,
anybody
and
for any
she finds
time.
new esoteric ways to describe and explain to Russians why they need to live in a dictatorship. So let's check it out, shall we?
Боже мой, кому я могла прийти в такую жару? В костюме! Ну, конечно, Катя Андреевой, которая ждет меня под своей работой, я бы сказала. И мы изображаем, что только что встретились.
Seeing these people makes me want to nuke Moscow, like, real as fuck, like, honestly. So, essentially this right here is an interview that is pretty recent, 3 months ago. This was kind of a controversy in Russia this summer, but I didn't really talk about it. Now I want to. An interview came out with Ekaterina Andreeva from Svetlana Bondarchuk. She's like also like a Moscow fucking socialite, you know what I'm saying? She's the wife of like one of the biggest Russian film. Moscow fucking
That bench is so pretty.
social.
Look at that fucking bench. God damn it. I love that bench. That bench is so pretty. I love that bench. The railing is also really cute. I like the railing. It's a nice, like, it's not very obtrusive. Fuck those obtrusive ass railings. Eh, fuck it. I like this. I like that railing. I like that bench. That's all. Depending on, like, there's info about the plants that could really settle how I feel. God damn it. Ah!
Fucking socialize.
Ah! There we go. Anywho's, this is real pretty. I like it. That's all. Like, if I could have this, like, in a living room, for instance, with, like, you know, anything, honestly. It could tie together stone floors. It could tie together, because some people have those pretty unfinished stone floors. It could tie together that, or, like, more detailed stone, or even more detailed stones. Or it could just chill with lighter wood or darker wood. It looks so pretty of a thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
She's the wife of like one of the biggest Russian film directors and everything, who also sucks ass. Essentially, yes, like these are the worst Muscovites, you know. These people, in my opinion, should have coming to them what the kulaks had coming to them. Except these people, for these people, it's actually gonna be justified. Like these people need to be. God, I fucking hate these Muscovite socialites, like Kremlinist sellouts. Oh my god, there are no worse people on the fucking face of earth. Maybe Netanyahu, but yeah.
Court dates for everybody.
Maybe he's worse. But anyway, I want to actually show you a particular clip from this interview where she talks a little bit about
court
her
dates for
work on
everybody.
Russian TV and about Vladimir Putin.
Я не окрашиваю политические новости никаким образом. Это четкая информация и все.
А с кем ты из больших политиков была знакома, ну, мировых?
Ну, соответственно, наши все: Горбачев, Ельцин, Путин, Берлускони,
Like,
кардинал
legit these
Ратцингер.
court dates for everybody.
Yeah, she knew Berlusconi. You probably know what I'm thinking of.
Not
this
just
right
like
now. You
bullshit
probably
court
know.
dates, you know.
Putin and Berlusconi were best buds for a while, and Berlusconi is known for his love of women. So, you know, I'm just having some ideas right now why Ekaterina Andreeva has been able to stay for so long on Russian TV as an anchor. You know what I'm saying? No, this is not misogyny, by the way. This is like Russian realism.
Что их объединяет? Почему они такие большие? Вот как? Потому что руководить такой огромной страной, это надо иметь какие-то определенные качества, которые должны быть у каждого из них.
Я не изучала всех.
My complaint here is that, like, okay, the color between the seafoam and the gold and the just contrasted up seafoam, this is like overplayed. This happens too much. I see this like fucking all the time. It's pretty, but it is all that this has going on. And then, like, what the fuck is up with the fucking little see-through ding dick doot boopity boops? You know, ring a bell, whatever the fuck, go to hell's, chilling over here. What are these? Why do I have to see through them? What are they doing? Like, this picture isn't useful. It's obtrusive. Why is it there? Is it useful? It's quite obtrusive. It's not shown in a good light here. I'll give it that. But it looks obtrusive as fuck. I don't know. The outside fucking thing was way cuter. The phone case has better fucking contrast going on.
Владимировичем Путиным. Мне это было интересно. У него есть на руке
That's an
символ
iPhone.
власти.
У меня нет.
Нет.
У меня нет.
Если он есть, то...
А у тебя есть?
Не скажу. То это говорит о том, что у человека есть все данные для того, чтобы занять высокие посты. И вот, собственно, в случае с ним это и произошло. А плюс его лицо очень интересным образом переходит из века в век. Не знаю, как к этому относиться, но картина семейства Арнольфини, Ванейка, которая написана там в 1400 каком-то году, да, если ее посмотреть, то там прям четко ты понимаешь, что это герцог Арнольфини очень похож на нашего Владимира Владимировича. Чем знаменит герцог Арнольфини? Он собиратель итальянских земель. Каким-то образом, да, из того прошлого времени сюда, в нашу Россию, передано некое послание, да, где можно понять, и он об этом знает, потому что вот мы с ним это обсуждали, что его задача, которую он сам себе поставил, она правильная.
Сохранить.
Да. И приумножить. Вернуть.
fucking idiots. Is commentary needed? I mean, we just need a little bit of time to process that once again. So let me just repeat. Yes, once again, according to the main host of Russian TV, Russian news, for the past 30 years, basically, right? The main anchor woman of Russian news, the face of Russian propaganda, says that Vladimir Putin...
It wasn't, like... Are you sure that this isn't Alex Jones?
The president of Russia has a special mark on his hand, which is called the Mark of Power, or the Mark of Political Power, which, once again, is a mark that is given to certain people that she would not let us know, by the way, what that looks like. It's like the same shit that Harry Potter has, you know, on his forehead, probably, or whatever. I think it's a Nazi tattoo, probably, that Vladimir Putin has. That's the most likely, according to his ideology, at least, you know, how he loves Ivan Ilyin and all those fucking Russian philosophers, and Dugin, and so on. But yes, according to Ekaterina Andreeva, Vladimir Putin has a certain mark on his hand that is given by God, I guess, that shows that he...
I thought it was the aliens.
On this earth to rule. So once again,
thought the answer was
normal.
the aliens.
That is not at all similar to Tsarist Russia, you know.
I thought they were going aliens with it.
People thought that all the power and, you know, comes from God. So the Tsar is essentially the right hand of God on earth. Not the same at all. Normal country. Once again, this is a normal country with a normal president and a normal ideology. But also, Ekaterina Andreeva claims that Vladimir Putin does not only have that mark, but that he is also a kind of a person who appears in time again and again through generations to essentially be that kind of powerful person with power. And this is proven by Von Eyck's paintings. Let's check it out, guys. So here we have the painting in question, and this chap here is supposed to be, I guess, the Italian version of Vladimir Putin from the past.
Yeah,
and,
I was getting time-traveling aliens from it.
Putin to Giovanni Arnolfini, who was a guy that she claims was the gatherer of Italian lands. And essentially, once again, the claim is that he looks like Vladimir Putin. And since this guy was like a gatherer and conqueror,
I was dying laughing because I was reading from that
lands. I don't know shit about
that they were
history.
saying
You guys,
aliens,
know, in the comments,
like
tell me if this
ancient
is true or
alien
not.
shit.
But she's drawing the historical parallel and saying that Vladimir Putin is the gatherer of Russian lands, meaning that Vladimir Putin's fucking mission on this earth is essentially to annex Ukraine, Crimea, and so on, and, you know, gather Russian lands. And I guess restore the Russian Empire. I guess that's essentially what she's saying. That is Vladimir Putin's job. And you Russians, you know, who might have other ideas of how the country should go, or whatever, you guys just need to shut up, because, again, Vladimir Putin was sent to us from the fucking heavens. He has that swastika on his hand or whatever. You can also see him on old paintings. That means that he just was made to be in this position. So, like, shut up and obey, please. And please let me, you know, washed up old hag. I'm sorry, once again, I fucking hate her. All of this, you know, esoteric, mystical bullshit. That is the reason why a senile midget has to be a president of your country. And that is also the justification for me and dried up hag, who once again should not be the face of any news anymore, who's insane. That is the reason why I stay in my position for 27 years. It's simply mysticism, and the best part is that Ekaterina Andreeva has discussed all of this with Vladimir Putin, and he actually agrees. Now that's the best part right there.
Please fuck off. Please fuck off.
И он об этом знает,
Please just
потому что мы с ним это
glass
обсуждали.
So essentially, yes, you have an insane system of yes men and old
Cthulhu of Rillier, please sow chaos and glass the earth.
out pieces of shit that are keeping each other in power, you know, this gerontocracy and corruption, and they're zombifying everybody with these, you know, insane esoteric myths or whatever. I love it. I love my country, guys. I love having been born in the same country with these people. And once again,
I love
the fact that Vladimir Putin himself agrees with this idea, and he does actually think that he also has a mark of power in his hand.
We really shouldn't compare trauma.
He essentially thinks he has God's
so I guess
approval
it's just
to do what he does.
All around, huh?
You guys don't even understand, like, the insanity of the people that we're dealing with here. And I mean, you know, this, yeah, he kind of looks like Putin, but, you know, there's a lot of things in nature that look like Putin. Let me do the most basic Google search, okay? Okay, there we go. I just Googled baboon, small baboon. There you go, guys.
Let me give it to you. Hold on. Icky, I moved too far. I pushed a thingy that doesn't do what that does. Here, let me go to transcripts. I got you. Hold on. There, I'm on top of a person's face now. Here, I can go sit down. There. Are you happy with me now? Good job.
Kind of looks like Putin, but you know, there's a lot of things in nature that look like Putin. Let me do the most basic Google search, okay? Okay, there we go. I just Googled baboon, small
what
baboon.
A baby.
There you go, guys. Once again, is this a sign from the fucking gods? Because, I don't know, guys. I mean, the resemblance is kind of uncanny, once again. And I've always thought that for my entire life too, looking at monkeys. Like, they look too much like Vladimir Putin. And some people might say, you know, Roman, you're being ridiculous, but tell me this motherfucker does not look like Vladimir Putin. He absolutely does. Especially
I can
like
look at their
Putin
face.
Specifically, you know?
I don't want to look at the human face.
I mean, look at this, once again. He's just got that look. And I'm not even trying
Humans
to
are
be
trained
like
into
edgy
some
right
weird
now and
shit.
say that Putin is like not human
freaky.
or whatever. All I'm saying is they look the same. That's definitely a fucking a resemblance to be seen, okay? What does that mean?
I mean,
don't
I'm just
know.
nodding because
We
they're
need to
cute.
ask Ekaterina Andreeva because maybe she will be able to solve this riddle. And also,
Like,
just to end on a funny note, I'd like to
we
show
are
you one more
fucked. I
clip
do
from
just
this
nod when
interview,
things
which
are
I just
cute.
think is interesting and sort of ironic given the current times of Russia. A bit about Ekaterina's past.
А ты же, по-моему, как раз в институте писала работу, да, про Сталина?
Ну, я писала работу не про это,
Right.
до этого
It is
мозг не
how,
дошел,
like,
как у него, но я писала просто про схожесть в чем-то режимов Сталина и Гитлера, да, и одинаковые
Bullshit
песни,
can just
много
hijack my
тем
little
по армии,
fucking
там еще.
caring
Потом у меня
parts.
бабушка работала в Ленинской библиотеке, и я, в общем, имела доступ к
Can't show me a baby
секретным
baboon.
архивам и книгам. Ребенку 10 лет,
Baby
кто будет следить,
rat.
куда он пошел в этой библиотеке.
Baby
One of the
lobster.
interesting parts of Ekaterina's
Baby
biography, in my
Nessie.
opinion, is that
Baby
when she was
human.
finishing university,
Without
she
me
wrote
being
her
like, "Aw,
graduation thesis
you're
on the
sweet."
similarities of the regimes of Joseph
I'll just
Stalin
nod.
and Adolf Hitler.
I'll
Essentially
process
talking
everything
about
else
the
later.
similarity between, you know, the
I'll be
cult of
nodding.
personality and, you know,
Just happy.
fascism in 1930s Germany and comparing that to the cult of personality of Stalin and so on. And essentially what was going on in
blocking
the
the lights
USSR in the
again.
1930s. And surprise, surprise, she found a lot of correlations, right? However, the funniest thing by far is that, like, she would not be able to write that today if she was a young, like, 20-year-old student today, because Russia currently literally has a law that was passed a few years ago. The law is called Оправдание нацизма, or Advocation of Nazism. This law is kind of an anti-Nazi law in Russia. Like, essentially, you could get jailed if you show like a swastika or something, or some imagery of Nazi Germany, potentially. That's already happened for people for no reason too. A lot of people are getting jailed for this felony for absolutely zero reasons. People who are not Nazis are getting jailed for advocating for Nazism, right? But also, one of the ways to get yourself in prison in Russia for this felony.
Wrong tab, right tab. With this and every fucking person in the States, like, social security shit already likely been have been leaked. And, you know, for ages, you can't tell me that man is not about to just wake up one day and be like, yeehaw, partner, time to go denazify the USA. That is my one from the mothership bullshit thing. I'm holding on to it because I need my grim humor. And also,
Is actually to compare Stalin and Hitler. Right now,
and because nothing comes from the mothership, it's all matesy-upsies.
essentially in Russia, if you claim that there was any similarity or any parallels between the regimes of Stalin and Hitler and overall between Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, you could actually be trialed for, once again, this incredible new law, this incredible felony of rehabilitating or advocating for Nazism. So essentially any critical view of the Stalin period and so on, and comparing that to, you know, other funny countries of the same time in the world, it's literally a thought experiment that is not allowed in Russia. And essentially in modern
thought crimes.
Russia, not the Russia
Let's
that
go.
she lived in when she was 20 years old, you cannot write such a thesis. However, Ekaterina Andreeva, once again, the biggest supporter of Vladimir Putin and Russia's policy and Vladimir Putin's ideology and everything, she thinks it's fine. She doesn't care because, once again, she's a grifter, a deeply egotistical person who doesn't care that the rights of young people in Russia are quelled these days. She doesn't care that young people don't get to talk about the things they want to talk about and things they want
They're
to
only the
explore
future.
and discuss. No, she doesn't care because because she got to do it like 40 years ago, so now she's in a different position of power. She's making fucking billions. She's a muscle socialite. She's enjoying her life. She does not care for the average, Russian person or the Russian youth today. So again, I find it absolutely hilarious that Yekaterina Andreeva writing a thesis on comparing Stalin to Hitler. She had nothing happen to her and she managed to, become a part of the system essentially. But young people these days cannot write about something like that because there's a threat of jail for doing that. So again, I can totally see that Yekaterina Andreeva is a good person who deeply cares about Russia and freedom of speech and everything like that. She's definitely not in it for the grifts and to be able to tell Vladimir Putin that he has a mark of power in his head or something.
For like 10 seconds before you doze off?
Yeah, guys, I mean, that is pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. I didn't want to give you like a whole biography of this person. I just wanted to show you a little piece, a little example of the insanity of Russia's biggest news anchor. And again, guys, she's essentially Putin number 2. She's been on TV for 30 years now, and you can only imagine how terrible and how awful the environment there is if these are the people who get to be on top for so long. But yeah, guys, I guess that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. Russian TV is absolutely horrible and it's only going to continue to get worse. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to slap the like on it. And also, if you guys do like what I do on this channel, if you would like to support me additionally, and that is financially, then go over to the link down in the description and become a YouTube member. It's basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon. It's the best way to support me. Or you could also leave a super thanks underneath this video. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know what really sucks a little bit? You know what's really scary? When New Age spiritualism starts digging its claws into shit, infecting policy. That is fucking terrifying. Owie. Hi. How are you feeling? How are you doing? What are you up to? What are you doing? Tom spends an hour to talk about admin. Ooh, it's on the... I think that's his edited channel. Yeah. Gimme. We're being goobers because, how do I put this? I don't have mini spoons. I do kind of want to see if it shits on us. Did the capture just break color?
No, you're... Dude, literally stop.
I know.
No, I'm calling the police and you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Oh boy, this cyclist instantly regret calling the police on this guy as he was the one who ended...
I'm fixing this. Studio mode. Browser. Well, it's not that. Okay, cool. So it's this, right? Is it that? Hold on. Does that look blown out to fuck for you? Hold the fuck on. I can like check this in so many ways. Okay. That's good on YouTube. Is the color coming through on Twitch okay? I know, I just looked over to OBS and I was like, shit, that's egregious. And then I was like, fuck, let me fix that. All right, let me go back to the start and see if it's like conflating fucking color here.
You're...
Okay.
Dude, literally stop.
I got it.
No, I'm calling the...
It said it was like artifacting in a weird way, and I just looked up and noticed it, and I was like, oh shit, I can go fix that. Then I went and go fix...
police and you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Oh boy, this cyclist instantly regret calling the police on this guy as he was the one who ended up getting the consequences for the way he handled this relatively harmless situation. So this is Gary Peacock and he was biking alongside the road when
I know, now it's this.
Pierce here passed him. Pierce apparently gave
the color was
him a
fucking
half
up
a
the
lane
fuck
of
with me.
space, but that wasn't enough for Gary. So Gary decided to follow him into a parking lot and refused to let Pierce leave. Why? Because Gary thought that Pierce had to receive a fine for this unacceptable behavior. So Pierce then recorded Gary, and this is how we ended up with this clip.
Yes, sir. Did you see me?
Because, like, I can take color differently on YouTube and Twitch, and so I wanted to check both really quick. I'm a goober.
To the side, I did. I have it on dash cam. You and Nick did. I'm gonna go skate.
It's also an
No, you're
updates
not.
just
Yes, I
happens
am.
today thing, so things might be
You're
wonky.
not.
I don't know.
You're not going anywhere. Please come.
Dude, stop.
No, you're.
Dude, literally stop.
No, I'm calling the police, and you're not leaving. You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Bro's got his hands on me and stuff.
Yeah, guy won't leave because of the police.
Look at this dude. What are you
Look at
doing?
this dude.
Why are
What
you
the
so
dude?
cranky?
What the dude do though?
police.
Did you say
Why are you
stinky?
so cranky?
No, you're not going in.
I thought you said stinky at first, not
You're
cranky.
not leaving.
Bro's got his hands on me and stuff.
Yeah, guy
Why?
won't leave because of the police.
Look at this dude. What are you doing?
I'm
Why are
calling
you
the
so
police.
cranky?
I'm calling the police.
Dude, why are you so cranky?
No, you're not going anywhere.
Oh my god.
You're not going anywhere.
You would think the path of least resistance to everyone would just be to ignore the.
Not to be that bitch, but like, isn't that the kind of just like social programming and complicity with it that allows atrocity to happen? Just happening in front of us? Why are they bothering that kid?
Driver and continue your workout. We saw the dash cam. To me, it seems like there was plenty of space given, but I guess this is just more confirmation that main character syndrome exists outside of the influencer sphere.
They can't hold them like that.
Dude, literally stop.
What?
No, I'm calling the police, and no.
What?
You're,
Dude, literally stop.
no, I'm calling the police, and you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Oh boy, this cyclist
Was your
inserted-
door
No.
unlocked? Or did you open it though?
Dude, literally stop.
That time the
No,
person
I-
was too quick. They were spry.
The driver who passed him a little too close gets a fine. And I don't even think it was too close. But this video just gets so much worse.
I don't want to be
Weird.
aggressive with you, dude.
You already are. You pushed into me. I asked you to wait. You didn't wait.
Push.
You did. How'd you get out of the car?
You yanked me
Yeah,
down.
I've got a very aggressive teenager here that almost hit me in the car,
While
How is the
recording.
teenager the aggressive
While
one?
recording.
and now he won't give me his last name, and now he's trying to leave.
Keep recording.
I'm
Best
in
idea.
Park City, near the Park City Park,
We're at the skate park.
the skate park.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a Subaru.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a
Get a
Subaru.
license plate.
Yeah,
Walk
he's a
around and
license
look.
plate.
Walk around and look.
What a man-child.
Go.
Dude's on the verge of crying because he's harassing a teenager.
The license
Hyperventilating.
plate is, and he's recording me.
This is the
Because
one
he's a
time you
jerk.
would hope this teenager
I'd
would
be recording
ironically
this guy
pull
too.
out their
He
sovereign
forcefully opened his
citizenship.
door and won't let him leave.
Goddamn.
It's not like the teenager committed a hit and run here.
And I want you to come and give this guy a ticket. I'd be willing to testify in court against this guy.
Okay.
He came way too close to me. Huh? He did not hit me. There's a law in Utah that says you have to stay 3 feet from a cyclist. He did not. He just went right next to me. I wouldn't bother pulling over if this guy weren't unsafe.
Do you have proof?
If he
Because
acted
I have
like
proof
this
that you
every single
just
time
assaulted
a
a
car passed
child.
him a little too close, he would be living in a courtroom at this point. And he knows all of this is on deck.
Like, I joke and say that I have road rage as a pedestrian, but like the most I will do is when someone is literally putting like, you know, the nose of their car in the crosswalk. I might like, you know, smugly like knuckle up my keys and just look at them like, I could do this. I could fucking do this anytime I fucking want.
Dash cam. So again, where is the upside?
You and Nick did.
Sometimes they pull back and then I smile at them, and everyone else I like wave at and I like mouth thank you. Generally.
I don't know about you guys, but to me it seems like he gave more than 3 feet here. But some other dude shows upside.
You and Nick did.
I don't know about you guys, but to me it seems like he gave more than 3 feet here. But some other dude shows up after seeing the commotion and sides with the driver.
He thinks I got really close to him on the road.
You did. If it's on your dash cam, we'll have proof.
I do have it on my dash cam.
Okay? Could you
I
please
didn't
come
hit
right
him or
now?
anything. No.
Now there's another guy here. You leave.
He put his hands on me. I would stay if I were you.
Yeah, there's another individual, and he's
Yeah.
just standing there. I'd like to get rid of him.
Dude, you're in public.
You're in the wrong. You just put your hands on this
the
poor
guy
kid.
standing in public. This guy's actually like the final boss of Karens. Is he Karen of the Year? I gotta do a Karen of the Year awards.
No, just mark it. Just mark it.
Because this guy, he's definitely on the podium. But dude, I mean, come on. At this point, just click in those cyclist shoes and just cycle on.
I have a video. Dude, I recorded myself.
Cycle on, little homie. Cycle on.
I know.
Because you were trying to leave.
I was not.
You were getting out of the car.
Stop.
It's in your phone.
Dude,
Stop hitting this child.
You're insane.
What the? Stop putting your nasty ass wheel on the inside of their car fucking door.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here. No,
fuck, bro?
Because you might leave. And I want you to be here when the police get here. He's trying to leave.
Dude, my keys are not.
He's trying to leave. He is. He's asking me to move out of the way. He's going to leave.
You're my face,
I'm sorry.
dude.
My goal is to never become
Maybe
like this.
I'm a little bit twisted, but it looks like this fucking like cogger is assaulting this child consistently, and I do not think that anything would preclude me from trying to move them and get them the fuck away. I can photo a license plate. They're putting their hands on someone. I think I can just pick that person up and carry them a little bit and photo the license plate and be good, right? Isn't that how we went to? Yes, maybe not, but I think I can lift them.
Respect your elders, which is true, but also respect the
They're
youth
being a
should
little
hold
hyphy.
just as much weight.
Well, the elders being hyphy in public, it maybe needs to be separated from the situation to come to a conclusion that isn't just, assaulting a child. And while the police get there, so they can work them out,
Like, if this guy is a teenager, he hasn't been driving for long. He didn't even drive too close to the guy. Like thankfully he has a dash cam because it proves that he's completely innocent here. But still, come on, give the youth some leniency, especially in situations like this, because it doesn't seem like he maliciously tried to cut him off or anything like that, because he gave room, passed, then quickly had to merge because of oncoming traffic. Could he have maybe made things a little bit more comfortable for the biker by waiting for oncoming traffic, then going way around into the opposite side of the lane to pass? Maybe, but that is way too extra. And if that's really this guy's standard, he shouldn't be cycling around.
Give me some
Get
space
back in
like
the
you.
car.
I gave you space.
Get back in the car.
I mean,
Get back in the car.
there are like bike trails when you need to be coddled. Like, I used to run on the bike trail when I needed to be coddled. Because then society will take care of you if you're being, like, a goober. Like, because sometimes I'm not paying attention. Just want to have my headphones in. Like, society has provisions for us when we're being, like, whiny bitches. It's called a bike trail. You can run on those, too. You can't go too fast on some of them. I can run faster than some of them allow bikes to go, but they don't have provisions for running in the same capacity, so it's funny.
You're not trying to leave. Just get back in the car and wait for the police.
I'll wait right here.
Then don't try to get around my bike.
Dude, you think I was in your space over there?
Yeah.
Like, the damage to the car, the assault, is it really worth this? Is it really worth all of this?
Yes.
Then
I'm riding a bike. I have more rights than you.
What? Bro, isn't the quote share the road? Both you guys have equal amount of rights on the road. Both are operating vehicles.
You might have more protections, but that ain't fucking rights, buddy.
His entitlement gets shut down when the police arrives.
What?
Dude, I have the right of way. No, I have the right of way when I'm on a bike. Do you ride a bike?
Sometimes.
Oh, you don't ride a bike, obviously.
Bitch, I have the right of way on my fucking getaway sticks, but if I'm like being a fucking... That doesn't mean that if someone sticks their car in the road, I can't actually key it. I can just look menacing and pretend to. But like, that doesn't give me like free reign to do that though. Bruh. The entitlement. The fucking raw dog fucking entitlement of it. Eesh. And then this person's poking a child and thinks they're in the right. That's fucking weird.
You wouldn't have been so close to me if you did.
Fucking strange.
When are the police coming, please?
This is such a waste of...
Yeah, I mean, it could be the generation that still justifies hitting kids, Yep. That's a pretty microphone. I like how the XLR contrasts to this. It's a nice blend of silver and bronze. You don't often see that. You'll see it here and in the lovely stylistic bullshit of Jada Hope. Take care. Rest well, Vess. You rock.
Everyone's time, including the police. But they're also in Park City, Utah. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was like an average police interaction out there. But the police finally showed up. So we're now going to switch over to the police body cam to see what went down.
You'll stand over there by those cars.
I'm a complaining party.
Fantastic.
Can I tell you what happened?
Fantastic. Will you go stand over there for a second? And then I'm going to issue you one for disorderly conduct as well. So if you'll just hang tight over on the sidewalk over there.
Then I won't. I won't press charges.
It's too late.
Why am I getting for what?
Because you were aggressive to him.
Yes, I was, but he was trying to leave.
Okay, go wait over there. I'll explain it here in a second.
Oh, come on, man. I was the victim here.
All right, watch out.
The entitlement was shut down. This dude clearly always gets his way, but he's in complete denial that he isn't for the first time ever, it seems like.
We can go a different way, and you can be arrested for disorderly conduct.
Please.
That's an arrestable offense.
Please.
What kind of disorderly conduct is it?
You opened his door 3 times. Okay? He doesn't have to get out of his car for you. He doesn't have to identify for you. You are not law enforcement. You don't get to come out here and enforce things. You call us and let us do it. Okay. He didn't say he was going to leave in his vehicle. He's like, I'm here to skate. I'm going to go skate. He didn't believe he did anything wrong. He's going to provide me the dash cam.
Okay.
He showed me the recording, and you were the aggressive one, not him.
Yes, because he...
Yes, and you don't get to be aggressive with people like that. Okay. That's disorderly. That's why you are getting...
Even if someone nearly hits you, you can't be aggressive. You can photograph it, and you can notify the authorities. You can photograph their fucking license plate. You can describe it, get people around you, hail them down, have them, like, say this is what happened. But, yeah... Like, you do better to, like, go find not hyphy people to talk to who can go back your shit up.
A citation as well.
Why is it too late? What does it mean? What does it mean, disorderly? Do I have to go to court for this? You're kidding me.
Yeah. You were adamant that this, and you were the one causing the stir here.
What if I apologize?
It's too late. I've already seen the evidence. I am obligated.
Oh, come on, man.
I love that the state's obligated to do this. I love this
he
part.
realizes how stupid this is, and it's not worth anyone's time. But soon, he'll regret everything.
So if you'll wait over here on the sidewalk.
You've got to be kidding me. What can we do to resolve this? I mean, this...
Not act like that in the future.
Okay.
Is how we can.
I understand.
And it's not going to fix today, but it's going to fix the future.
I am going to Portland tomorrow.
That's fantastic. I'm going to issue... You're not going to jail. You're getting a citation, so you get to deal with it on your own time. You sort that out between you and the court.
Is he coming to court?
Yeah, because he's getting a ticket too.
What's he getting a ticket for?
I'm going to give him a ticket.
For what?
For the violation that you swear up and down that he did. On your word.
Okay, what if we just...
Nope.
What if we just resolve this?
You asked for it over there. He showed me evidence. He's going to provide me the evidence of that. It's either going to substantiate it or discredit it. And his ticket may or may not go away based on that. Yours, however, I have evidence of.
This is BS. Like, this driver does not deserve a ticket here. He has to fight that in court.
I mean, no, they have to log it, right? They have to. It's only appropriate. They have to log it. However, the resolution, whatever happens after they log it, could be wild and funny.
Loses this ticket, I will pay for his ticket because this is just ridiculous. Because, again, it seems like from the dash cam that he gave more than enough room to not...
They have to review the dash cam later. They have to write the ticket down to get this person out of there. They can process their shit and get them out, right? Isn't that the case? Cool. Maybe.
Get a
I don't
ticket.
know.
And the only reason he's getting a ticket here is because this Karen is being his own witness and swearing that he did, in fact, merge way too close to him or something like that within the 3-foot law. Clearly, that's not the case.
So you're
Now,
going to have
I mean, technically the person will be behind them for this event, so it'll be really hard to tell from the dash cam.
Is this a misdemeanor? So I'm going to have a misdemeanor on my...
Yes, because of your behavior.
Because I got hot?
Yes.
And that's justifiable?
Yes. Absolutely.
Dude just realized his actions have consequences. He could have been finished with his workout by now, with his feet kicked up by the fire.
You're accountable
in his
for what you
cozy
do.
Park City crib.
You can
But
choose
instead,
to accept it or
he's
not.
out here LARPing as a Park City hallmarker and getting himself misdemeanors.
Oh, it's so silly.
Was it worth it?
Yes. It was so funny.
Look, you don't get to demand people's names. You don't get to demand that they don't go anywhere. You don't get to open their door.
I didn't open his door.
You did 3 times.
No, he was trying to close his door.
He closed it because you kept opening it.
Yeah,
I watched the video of it.
Because I was talking to him.
No, you're not. He's under no obligation to you.
I don't know.
You should know that.
If he has,
do I get to just walk up to your door and start yelling at you?
People do.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to. That's disorderly conduct. That's absolutely disorderly. That's unreasonable.
Argument?
No, because you think you have the right to do that, and I'm here to protect his rights as much as I'm here to protect your rights.
Angry.
Which yes,
but you could.
You don't have a right to take out your anger on others. That's your emotional state. You live with your emotions,
that passes
not others.
Worth all
like
this.
It's not
ripping
even.
the guy's door open multiple times because of what? You got your feelings hurt because he passed you 6 foot away from you rather than the 3 foot legal requirement. There's a reason so many people dislike cyclists, and you have this whole meme on Instagram where if anything goes wrong, people comment biker's fault, even though there's no biker present in the video.
I'm an avid runner, not because of any prejudice against cyclists, because it's easier on my body. Even though it's harder on my body, it's easier on my mind, rather.
It's because of people like this.
Okay, so we can drag this out and we can keep arguing.
I like biking.
Or
I can
you
won't
get to work,
me
get you a ticket, and get you on your ride.
What if we both agree that neither one of us wants a ticket?
At this point, I've seen
Are
what
you
I've seen.
resisting now?
I've seen the
Are
evidence.
you resisting?
You were adamant
Are you
that you asked for a
resisting,
ticket,
buddy?
and now because you're getting one, you want him to get out of it.
Right.
No, you're both getting one today.
Okay.
So he wasn't trying to leave. He was trying to go skate.
That's leaving.
The way,
how do I know that's the case?
Is Buddy resisting?
Because it's not your job
I
to
think
worry about
homie's
that.
resisting.
It's my worry. It's my job to make sure that somebody that has an infraction stays
This bro
here so
is,
you
like,
can arrive.
resisting with their mouth.
I do believe that I have a right to do that. You say I don't, but I think I do.
Give it up, dude. Or at least if you're gonna crash out
They
over
haven't
it
been
in
placed
court.
under arrest.
So that's
I
why
don't
you're being
think that's
charged
the
with
case.
this.
I'm just
okay?
memeing.
Phone number for the court's right there.
Okay.
Give them a couple days.
Is this a fine or?
They're just being
What is
belligerent.
this?
You can be belligerent.
Ticket.
That's
It is
fine.
It's an
Ish.
infraction.
Up until
it a
you're
traffic ticket?
impeding
No,
someone's
It is a
goddamn job.
It's a non-traffic criminal citation.
At that point, it's
a
different.
citation?
Yes. Yes. Because that behavior is criminal.
I was going to give us a
You
blur
don't get to
button
act like that to people.
because I thought it was
Clear as
cuter.
day. Give them a couple
than
days
just
to get the
whipping to my
information. Do
face.
not wait more than 2 weeks. Otherwise, it will go to a warrant.
Okay.
Okay? You're free to go.
Say thank you, but I'm
Right.
glad I called the police.
Are you?
Well, I wish this went different.
I'm
Right?
glad I called.
Otherwise, it will go to a warrant.
Okay.
Okay? You're free to go.
Say thank you, but I'm
Right.
glad I called the police.
Well, I wish this went different.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't assault children.
Here's your ID. Sorry.
Bye, bitch.
Next
Cycle
time
on,
I'll
little
call
man.
the
Cycle on.
Well, we just witnessed Karen death. It's like ego death, but instead you just mind your own business and treat people with respect and empathy. Imagine if he just did that to begin with.
Imagine
we
if
wouldn't
he
have had
didn't
this whole
assault
situation.
someone.
So the driver, Pierce, ended up getting fined $130, which he thankfully is fighting in court next month. He's also apparently 22 and not a teenager, but everyone else has referred to him as a
call them
teenager. I
whippersnappers.
guess it's because it flows better in the title, though, so we're gonna run with that as well. There is an update to the story, as Pierce released the full dash cam footage and the update to the court case.
Ridgeline Trail one,
You could have preloaded with
you
that.
and Nick did. What's this guy doing? Hold on the window. Nick did.
Update to the court case.
Ridgeline Trail one too, that you and
Done in
Nick did.
post like a champ, huh?
Nick did. Ridgeline Trail one too, that you and
Footage and the update to the court
The road can't facilitate it. Like, the road physically can't facilitate it.
case.
Ridgeline Trail one too, that you and Nick did.
So, I wonder if they're going to consider that this person is like, I wonder if they're going to hold them to the standard of the regulation that may not be actually fucking doable in this road. Or if they're going to expect the cyclists to have known that they shouldn't have been able to do this in this road safely because of the size of the road that doesn't facilitate it. I wonder if that'll be how this goes down. Because it, to me, does not look like This is from 2022. There's still more. But like the road looks like if you can't fit 2 cars in the lane, it's not more than 6 feet, right? And the cyclist.
And the update to the court case.
Ridgeline.
They're not against the sidewalk. They're off in the, like, wait, are they? Is this the sidewalk or is this the sidewalk? Oh, they're at the end of it. Okay. Doo-doo-doos. You can't fit 2 cars in it. You can fit 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 cars in each lane. So there's no way near enough space. So I think the cyclist should know this and be on the sidewalk.
You and Nick did.
As a person who runs and bikes, like, cousin, this is like, you literally have, like, you're not even supposed to be, what? Go to the other side so you can see oncoming traffic and just go off of the fucking, go on the side thing eating or what? Brother.
What's this guy doing?
Brother. That's a nice park.
The whole thing is like 8 miles out.
I'm a sucker for the fenced-in parks.
Hold off to the side, I did.
You know,
so he sent
people
that
aren't
to the
gonna
attorney's
like
office,
creep
and
up on me and
thankfully
be
they ended
weird.
up dropping his citation. Pierce also shared his thoughts about the situation here.
It really confused me when the man came up and banged on my window. He was already threatening to call the police before I recorded. You could hear that at the end of the dash cam video. And so at that moment, I was like, I'm going to record this for my own safety. Now, if I didn't start recording, this would have ended up completely different. That's because it would have been his word versus my word. A 22-year-old kid who's trying to make it, or a 73-year-old man who's retired and has plenty of money to blow. And that's exactly why I think he was able to get off with just a disorderly conduct charge, is based off of what he was telling the officer. I feel like if I didn't have the video, the cop could have totally arrested me, and he could have, like, gotten away with nothing, no charge, nothing. And so,
with
I don't know. I'm grateful for the video, and I'm very curious to see the body cam footage. That is all my thoughts and feelings at the moment.
Gary also apparently paid his fine instantly, so his case was closed as soon as possible. So Pierce couldn't press further charges against him, apparently. I didn't know things work like that, so that's interesting. You live and learn. So there's a takeaway. Record if you feel like you're being wronged, and hopefully you don't end up in a situation to where you end up on my channel. Pierce did mention that he was looking into a civil lawsuit against Gary, which could be very interesting. So if a lot of stuff happens there, we will be covering, but at least he isn't facing life in prison like this kick streamer is for this incredibly stupid challenge. You can check out that video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, subscribe or you might not see me again if you're new here, and I'll see you guys.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for letting me be a silly goober today, by the way. Hold on. I want to like see if looking at Steam at Steam
See on screen right now.
Bless you. I want to see if looking at Steam feels right. Update deadlock 2nd time today. Okay, I've been playing Drova, like offline. It's been like my jam. You know, like I kind of think it's sick. I like it. Like sick in the sick way, not sick in the silly way. It's super fucking nifty. I'm a Drova fan already. It's awesome. I haven't played it on computer. I've played it on the deck so far. It's really cozy.
Is Ronald Slidell, aka Papachu, the father to notorious TikTok lolcow Tofiachu. But don't get it mistaken, Robert is a very notorious character in his own right. And I'd even go as far as to say he's a far more interesting person than his daughter is. You see, while Tofia gets a lot of flack for Asian teen corn and for fighting against racism despite being a very racist person, Papachu is somebody who believes he controls the ocean. And you see, about a year ago, he was arrested under false imprisonment charges. I don't know what that was about, but he's out now, and he is going crazy over on Twitter. But to give you a little bit of a brush up on this guy, let's go back and watch some of the best clips in Papachu's history. And I don't think there's anywhere better to start than his fight against the world government and the white man.
Okay, world governments, I want you to write me here, including the USA. I need $999 zillion a year as my pay. The presidents of every nation, the vice president of every nation will make $10 billion a year, $5 billion a year, respectively and accordingly. The president and vice president. My pay, once again, is $999 zillion a year. The governments of the world, the United States and the rest of the world, will pay me $999 zillion a year to manage, supervise, organize, and implement policies that affect you and I and the world community. $999 zillion a year. The white man in government throughout the world.
Joseph.
I have no use or utility for that type of ignorance and stability.
We don't have space for racialism or colorism.
And stupidity.
We find it to detract from us all as a
Remove
whole.
yourself or be removed.
Totes an approach.
And then kill yourself.
More an
And your
approach.
family. And your friends.
Oh, it worsens.
And all your associates.
And how can you forget the fact that despite being like a 50 to 60-year-old man, he is still teething like a baby.
I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. And I am teething. Right now. I am teething like a baby.
And then, of course, we have to bring up the aforementioned ocean owning. I don't know where he got this one, but he basically thinks he's Poseidon. And, I don't know. Maybe he watched Aquaman or something.
North Pacific Ocean.
Okay, I think I got it.
Bering Sea.
The camera's in downstream gear now, by the way. I don't know why I did that, but I wanted to. Oh, I know why. So I could stack it with stuff.
Australia.
As I wanted to.
Ocean.
Under notices.
Southern Ocean. Indian Ocean.
Above chat.
South Atlantic Ocean. North Atlantic Ocean. Willow Sea.
So now with the camera
Sea,
on downstream gear,
Barents
it's a little bit easier.
Sea. Kara Sea. Banda Sea. Arafura Sea. Maluka Sea.
What?
You shall obey me.
But then, of course, you got the shittier clips like the one with him saying some strange things about what he wants for 16-year-olds. This next clip really shows just how out of it this guy is. I mean, as if the past few didn't. $999 zillion and ruler of the ocean are pretty fucking out there. But this next one shows that he's really not the best person as well. And obviously, he has a lot of mental issues, but I don't think that completely makes an excuse to say the things he's about to say.
He's a person. People are complex.
16, smoking and porn will be legal. Anyone 16 and older can visit, obtain porn, and smoke. Prostitution is to be legalized. I want the street.
Can you stop correlating these things at all?
Full of prostitutes.
Maybe like restart the recording and do something else.
Make it happen, government.
The way he so matter-of-factly says, make it happen, government, makes you think that he really thinks this stuff is just going to be enacted the second he says it. When he wants something, he expects the government to be like, holy shit, Papa Chew's saying that? Well, we gotta do it, no matter how ridiculous the claim is. But this clip is just necessary to watch so you know that Papa Chew isn't all like just some wacky character. He definitely is
a fighter pilot on the run doesn't rely on his eyes alone.
Like the next clip
in a jam, he's got a couple of tricks to help him out.
Because he'll go on live
Chat, flare, deceive, and deflect.
Young, and he'll just shit on the family. And sometimes he even gets really flirty and starts making kissy faces at the girls on camera, which then causes Mama Chew to step in. All these next clips you're about to see are just an absolute mess.
And does Sophia work?
It's in OBS. It's waiting for us.
Oh yeah, she well, it's on and off at Walmart, and then she do her live. You didn't know that, did you?
Can she do a backflip?
Can Sophia do a backflip?
Yeah.
Of course she can do a backflip. You know that.
Chew mad at Papachu.
Don't ask me for anything else anymore. I told you were not to go live, and I screenshot a lot of stuff. Does Sophia smell? And you say
Let's try
nothing.
Drova.
My wife
Together.
is upset because you are attacking Sophia and attacking her. Please don't do that, guys.
Oops, sorry for the video
I understand
operation.
how you feel, but don't attack Sophia and don't attack Marie.
One sec.
Please.
Hold on. I'm trying to find where I should put this. It's best.
Cut your live off.
I think
What
here.
happened?
Let's go.
Stop sticking your tongue out
Hold
to
on.
the ladies, okay?
Okay. That's all you have to say.
You're a fucking asshole.
That's
Got
all
it.
you have to say, Maria.
That's dirty shit.
That's all you have to say. Just say stop sticking your tongue out.
It's gonna fuck up one more time so I can do settings.
Okay.
Here.
You have to say about Ozark. I kind of want to
Let's
join. Get off the phone, Donald.
do the mini game capture so I can see if it actually works. Hold on,
Give me
what's
an
the rest?
email to
Sometimes,
Mordecai Global.
like Infinite Nikki,
Nobody send you an email. Get off the phone.
it didn't do the thing for
Maria,
us.
let me. This might be a good
Let
call.
me do borderless
No,
window.
it's not. No, it's not. I didn't even get to see it, the fucking whore. You don't have whores for email addresses. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was gonna give her my email. She asked a question about Ozark.
I don't care. You don't have Ozark. Just hang up.
I gotta go.
He was posting crazy shit like that all the time before he got arrested.
There we go.
But eventually, the family themselves had to call in like a wellness check on him because he was going nuts. This led to the cops showing up and arresting him because there was a warrant out for his arrest, and Papa Chu was gone for a little while. But now he's back, and he's only back exclusively on Twitter. And by God, is his Twitter one of the most insane pages I've ever seen in my life.
Let me figure
because
out
you
where
are
I
not
want
going to
windows.
expect half of the stuff you're going to see today.
Boosh.
Because there are so many new directions that Papa Chu's
Okay, cool,
mind
this'll
is
work.
going in.
I like
He's
this.
still
It's
very
okay for now.
focused on like Ozark Bank, his big bank he thinks he owns,
you wanna start a
which
new
is
game
really
together?
just there for people to give him their money. I think that's the crux of his banking system. He just wants to trick people into giving him money to like secure it for them, just so he can take it and run along. That's what he talks about with the 999 zillion
Number letter
dollars.
D.
The dude wants money, and this is kind of like his master plan to get it. I don't know if any real people have actually given him any, but if they have, massive mistake. He's trying to find people to run positions in this company, this bank, and apparently he's found them, and it's going to be hilarious when you see them. He also bought a luxurious building to run this bank out
Looking
of somewhere in
for things in here.
Arizona,
Hold
as
on.
well as getting a
Speeder?
nice room called the Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario room. Because I know we're like 9 minutes into the video, but like I know I said Papa Chu, real name Ronald Slidell.
Oh, I just
but
didn't
he
put it on
thinks
the
his real name
outbound.
is Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario, and that's what his
There we
name
go.
on Twitter is,
I
and
wasn't
that's what
routing
he'll be
sound.
referring to himself as in all these tweets. And finally, the last thing that's really going to catch you off guard, and well, maybe there will be some more, but he seemingly really, and I mean big time, wants to be Barack Obama. And I'm not sure if this is because he wants to be a president or it's because he wants to get at Michelle so bad. And you know what? We'll start with that because Papa Chu posted this picture of an AI Michelle Obama and some other woman who I'm hoping isn't her daughter. I don't know, I don't know who this other woman is. It may possibly be a second Michelle Obama. But Papa Chu says, "Michelle, I kept your honor and I love you very much, for you have always been passionately enthralled in what is best for America and the people of America, notwithstanding those who hate your guts for being a stand-up, highly intelligent black
That's what
woman.
one would call
EMF
parasociality.
Global 1. I mean, so the first thing I have to
There
say
you go.
about that
That's
is
your
like,
example of that for the week.
Really, fuck Mama Chu, right? Who cares about your actual wife when you got Michelle Obama? But I don't know if he's in
We don't
love with her
oftentimes
because
find an
of, like,
example.
the things she did in this country.
Have
Like
fun.
he thinks she did a very good job, so Papa Chu just loves her for that. Or if he actually wants to be with her, like her husband. And I'm assuming
let me
it's
just
that,
load my save.
because in the next
Fuck it.
post, he it's a little subtle. Like you may not understand what he's trying to say here, but he posts a picture of Barack Obama getting arrested. Like, oh my God.
Is it
oh my
AI
God. If
Barack
it was up to
arrested?
Papa Chu, he would call the police right now and be like, get Barack out of there, and then come pick me up and take me to his house because
Get
that's
Barack
where I'm
out of there
supposed
so
to
I
live.
could lay some
Like, I'm so
Papa
sick
Chu,
of these
is what he's thinking.
Tofias and these Hershey the dogs. I want to be up. I want to be up with the Obamas in Chicago and go to White Sox games with them. I mean, anytime this dude has a free access to like an online platform, you really get a look into his mind, and you can see that while he may love his family, like he posts baby pictures of Tofiachu, he posts pictures of Tofia all the time, no matter if they're derogatory or not, because he clearly just sees his daughter and is happy to see her. But then he posts this stuff about being in love with other women.
I don't know how to.
It's so
mouse.
clear. Maybe he loves his kids, but he doesn't love his wife. So he's not a good husband, but he's a good father. I don't really know if he's good at both, but nonetheless, he wants to be an Obama. And this whole like fake world he lives in, where like this is a real possibility, just gets even crazier. Because now he posts this picture, probably trying to allude to the fact that he's on this list, showing all of the world's trillion-dollar companies in one chart. And he's probably very confused as to why Ozark Bank is not on this list. He then posts a picture of who the richest man in the world is, and it shows Elon Musk. And again, Papa Chu's probably just kicking the wall at whatever cracked out hotel he's in right now, being like, it's me! Like, it's fucking me! And him and Tony Chase need to have a war over who's the most rich, like mentally ill person. Tony wins, I feel like, every time, you know, that's in the royal protocol. And if you think this couldn't possibly get more ridiculous, well, I want you to draw your attention to the woman on screen, because I don't know who she is. I don't think you guys have ever seen this woman, but Papa Chu knows who she is. And let me tell you something, the label he gives her is 110% not who this woman is. I really think he just found this picture online, screenshotted it, was like, oh, she's pretty. She's a pretty woman. And then he says this about her. Meet Miss Mariana Satorium, in charge of Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario, OSB Global Q, and the Ozark International Bank of America Government World Bank. Global Banking Division, headquartered Casablanca, Morocco. So this woman, like, unknowingly has received one of the most like prestigious and serious positions one can acquire like in the world. She is running the Ozark Bank, and also she somehow has like the same name as Papa Chu's Twitter account, which kind of makes you think this is the Mrs. Sanatorium, he's the regular Sanatorium. He wants this woman too, apparently. He then posts a screenshot of a random woman's account who hasn't made a tweet in over 10 years. It says that she follows him, so clearly she's had to be like active on there recently and know about Papa Chu, or got hacked or something like that. But I don't understand why he just chose to screenshot this particular account and post it himself. He makes very weird decisions. He then retweets this particular tweet, which of course he does. He meant to retweet it. He quote tweeted it, was supposed to type something and typed nothing. And then we're introduced to this fellow. Now, do you want to take a guess who this guy is? Well, it's Paulo Ortega, the Ozark Theater and Universal Organizational Advisor to Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario and Maluva Howard Benavendes, former CEO in training to occupy co-chair Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario, OSB Global Bank Q, and the Ozark International Bank of America Government World. Okay, so it's clear now he's just getting screenshots of random people he finds online, posting them, and claiming that they work for him. I don't even know if he's giving them fake names or not, or if this dude's real name is Paulo Ortega.
I want to jokingly say easy
I kind of want to go look it up right now. So you know what? I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I'm going to go do that. Yeah, I looked up the name Paulo Ortega and couldn't find any pictures of this guy or any references to him, so I think Papa Chu's even just making up names now.
Oh, why not?
But apparently this dude works for him, and
if I were to go hard, I'd go hard.
Was like, this guy looks really like official. He looks very like investor-y. Like he looks like a CEO. So he would be a perfect representative for my company. And you know who else would? Douglas Matthews, Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario, OSB Global Bank Q, and the Ozark International Bank of America Government World Bank International corporate lawyer. So this is the lawyer. Meet Douglas Matthews, who bears a striking resemblance to Michael Douglas. I really thought that's who this was when the picture was first posted, but no, it's not. Papa Chu is clearly just looking up words like lawyer, CEO, and finding whoever's there and posting it.
But
he's not just doing this to people, he's doing it to locations as well, because Papa Chew decided to post this picture of the Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario room. And it looks like he's in a nice hotel, kind of like a suite. There's one room, then the bedroom, maybe even a little kitchen right there, and maybe he's lounging on the couch taking this picture. And that's what you would think if you didn't click on the picture, where you would find out that it was taken over 2 years ago by a guy on Google. So I think he was looking up hotels he wanted to stay at, eventually found one, and then was claiming that this was the room he was staying in. He then posted how much this room costed, and it was like $700 a night. So just bet your ass Papa Chew was not staying in this room. Noel Schaefer was staying in this room. Or he's just like the manager there who was taking pictures to put them online to hopefully get good reviews. Nonetheless, Papa Chew, he's just lying about everything here. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he thinks he's going to accomplish.
Like, not to be a goober, but I've never,
things up in his head that we'll never understand. But he's just going to continue doing it. Oh, and this is the location that Papa Chew is currently claiming the bank is going to be in. He says that he purchased this place on October 5th.
That's a lot.
There's no shot in hell he purchased this location, but if Papa Chew does end up living there, I will gladly eat crow. He then makes this post, which is accompanied by a picture of himself. Well, it's a picture of himself with two of him in the picture.
I just learned how to
and
craft.
Another fellow named
proud.
John Pierpoint Morgan, who brought the standardized American banking institutions from London, England to New York, New York. Today, this financial institution is called J.P. Morgan Chase Wealth Management and Consumer Banking. EMF Global Q1. I don't know what that has to do with him, but I guess Papa Chew's like, look, we're one and the same. We're taking the banking game, we're shaking it all up, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. So when I call your grandmother and ask her for $999 zillion and she tells me she can only send me $650, you know Papa Chew's going to take that $650. I think that's what his business here is. It's just him trying to swindle money out of people, and he's not a bright guy, so it's not going to work. But I've heard rumors before of him either trying or actually being able to swindle like old people out of some money, which isn't that shocking. It's basically he's just a scammer, and that's what this is. It's just him trying to be like, look, this is my bank, invest. And I think if people ever called him and were like, Papa Chew, look, we got some money to give you, take it, keep it safe, he would take it and immediately, and I'm talking immediately, spend that shit, block you, never speak to you again. I'm kind of interested to give him like $50 and just see what happens. I know I shouldn't, and I won't. But I'm just really curious to see what happens if I got in contact with him. Like, I have to have somewhere to put this money. What do I do with it? And just see if he hightails it. And finally, his own introduction. You know, this is basically like the bio page on a bank's website.
The cream of the cream.
There, and he showed Miss Sanatorium earlier, and then we had whatever his name was, Ortega. But now you get to see the big guns, the big boss himself, the kingpin of this entire organization, Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario, chairman of Ezekiah Mordecai Fasario OSB Bank Q and the Ozark International Bank of America Government, World Bank, and current president / global leader of the Byzantine government, one law, one finance, world.gl.
One government, one law.
Christ. I'm sorry. Every time I look at the picture, it gets me because he chose these extremely official, professional pictures for everyone else who works there. But for him, it's him shirtless, flexing in his bedroom. The wackiness of this picture, because like up until now, right, if you see this, obviously any normal person is gonna go, this is just ridiculous, this is stupid. But like, he's trying to make it legit. He's doing his best to, like, in his head, this is what a real bank would do: post pictures of people and tell you what their positions are, and like how professional they look. But then you get to this one, and he just couldn't like leave his ego out of it. He was like, yeah, I could put that picture up of me in like a nice shirt smoking a cigarette where I look really, really mysterious, but no, I'll use the picture where I got no shirt on and I look fucking jacked. Like, imagine you go down to your bank right now and they got all the pictures of the wall of like the general manager and then you see the manager, just the owner of the bank, whoever the fuck, the president, just flexing, no shirt on in his office.
Too late.
His picture. Like it's
Loss of
it's such a
accurate,
wacky,
scripted?
like some wacky bullshit with this guy every time. But then you gotta go back to that video we watched
Might be
earlier,
scripted.
and it always becomes dark because these people, right? Like if Papachu was just doing stuff like this, it'd be fine. But then you
There
see
we
them
go.
videos where it's like deep down,
Less
he has
fail,
no
more
problem
success.
like getting on there talking to girls, no matter how young they say they are. He can be a creepy bastard, and he's somebody for all intents and purposes that probably should still be behind bars because this dude is not in the
Ooh,
right
hella
state of
shit.
mind to be out in the public. I mean, this page would give you a pretty good insight into that, at least in some type of mental institution to try to like help him out. Because the guy, he's
We're
an
loaded
old
on
man who's
potions?
clearly like just not all
That's
there,
like an
and
exaggeration.
it's easy to see. It really is. He's someone like a Daniel
7 +
Larson.
1?
That Daniel, you know, Daniel's locked away. Hopefully, Daniel can get some help. This guy needs to be in the same position, but he hasn't posted on
7.
anything other
Let's
than
dual
Twitter,
hand.
and he posts a lot. Like this
Shit.
isn't a hacker who got in there and is pretending to be him. He's posting like in the middle of the night, like so many links to YouTube videos. I'm talking like 6 a minute, and he'll be doing this for hours on end. So he's there. He's probably just posting frantically everything he sees. I don't know why, but Papachu is back. He's over on
Gotta do
Twitter.
shit.
He's seemingly left
Gotta keep
TikTok
busy.
to the wayside, and I assume that is probably because he just got a new phone and he probably forgot his password. So if anything new happens with Papachu,
like
and you see his
Chorin.
Twitter account,
This
be
man
also
likes
very
Chorin the
aware, like,
internet.
that he posts a lot of like NSFW pictures,
Never mind.
especially of himself sometimes. I
That-
probably should have mentioned this in the
that can
beginning of
go.
the video, but I'm mentioning it now. So we'll go over there at your own risk. And yeah, just be careful. Papachu's a strange character. You can follow me over on Twitter as well at SmokeyMCC. I'm always tweeting about wacky shit like this. And again, if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy the podcast that myself and Kiwi Tapes do every single Wednesday on Kiwi's channel called Too High for Stupid. We go live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time every week, and it's a good time, and I hope you can stop by next time we're live. But in closing, I feel like Papachu
I don't know why
is just
people have
gonna
got to go
increasingly
around
get crazier
sexualizing
over on his
everything all the
Twitter.
time.
He's not held down by his family anymore, you know? Mama Chu's not calling him, telling him to chill the fuck out. He can basically just do whatever he wants. And this is the first time in a long time he's been able to do that. And it's a pretty scary thing to imagine Papachu all on his own, left to his own devices, but it's not like the family was ever stopping him anyway. That creepy video we watched earlier with him talking about the streets being filled with prostitutes, pretty sure that was recorded by Mama Chu herself, his own wife. So as he's sitting there talking about
Feels like years.
wanting prostitution to run rampant, his
I'm
wife's
new to
recording
this,
him. They were
but
always enablers who didn't give a
we have
shit
been
what he
sitting
said
here
until it became about Mama Chu or Tothea or
passing
with him
time.
like just kind of messing around talking to other girls. That's when they finally put the foot down. But when he was saying like other wild shit, they never cared. And now this is the position they're all in, and it's gonna be weird to see wherever this goes. But no matter what, I'll have you covered here. So
Bully
I hope you stay
grunts,
tuned to the
Brinkins.
channel, and I hope you watch
They will
some of the other
destroy me.
videos we got, because I got a whole lot of them. So until next time I see you
Harp-a-darps.
guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and I hope you guys have a great
Dictatorship
rest
by
of your day.
Screeching
It's almost
Harpy.
the weekend, and when it gets here, I hope you guys enjoy it.
I don't
Halloween's
have the flip
approaching
the
and
finger
shit.
for the
whole holiday
soundboardy thingy.
season's approaching. It's about
Nor
to
the
be a good
give a
one, my
fuck.
friends.
Not a
So I
hidden
hope
door.
you're enjoying life, having a good time, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody, and I'm out of here.
Deuces? Ah, tits. I have to click the next thing. Hold on. We have to deal with... Ooh, there's a hole. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole. What's in this hole? There's a house in this hole. There's dudes in the house in the hole. I'm dead. There's dudes in the house in the hole, and there's a house in the hole. There's house in the hole, and there's dudes in the house in the hole. There's a hole in the house. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm just present. Oh, you want to laugh at the resolution brought to us by Adam? I think that could be funny. Also. Hold on.
YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Okay, we're going to be making a part 2 continuation to the video that I posted yesterday because the kids at the school that Colleen Ballinger went to and did a Q&A at, crazy sentence, have started making these like little cryptic YouTube videos in which they're posting all these photos. They're talking about that they're getting in trouble for speaking up about feeling uncomfortable that she was there. And I have said before that I normally have this guard up when it comes to making videos about Colleen now because so many people will automatically come at me by being like, here he goes again, or he's so obsessed or whatever. And I used to get a little bit upset about it and I used to clap back each time. But here's my thing. I have not made content on her in months to a year. And this is very different to me. People send me clips from her podcast. People send me clips from her vlogs. People send me all these different things, right? And I literally do not engage with them because at the end of the day, I don't care. But when it comes to her making YouTube videos now, talking about the fact that she was at this high school with her husband accepting an award for a high school alumni. Alumni? Is that alumni? I think that's how you say alumni. Alumni?
You want to say Illuminati?
Clearly, I need to go back to high school. He was accepting an award for his amazing achievements in appearing on Miranda Singh's live shows and Miranda Singh's Netflix show. That he went back to his high school to be honored for that. I'm not even kidding. And obviously, Colleen went with him, and it seems that in her videos, she really was the star of the Q&A where he was supposed to be talking to all these theater kids, and she talked about how much she loved talking to all these theater kids, and it reminded her of her meet and greets, and she just really appreciates being in that audience again, and, you know, feeling the love.
Like, my ex and I, we went to the same school, we were in the same grade, we hung out together, we dated way back when, we dated again later on in life, and it didn't go the best. Like, well, yeah, whatever. We talked about if we would ever go to like a school reunion or some shit like that. Like, so at this point, I've not met a single person that even wants to talk about even considering ever, because it sounds really unfun. You know, it sounds like trash.
That are going to this school, do they know
why would I want to bother those fuckers? Aren't they busy?
Literally has
Aren't they doing stuff?
You know what I mean? It's like the school can be like cancel culture and all like this, all they goddamn want. But at the end of the day, you're literally housing this person doing a Q&A with your high school kids. So I wasn't going to touch this topic again because I already made the video yesterday, but a lot of people have been sending me the fact that there are now these like 3 YouTube videos from these like random channels that have popped up, and obviously whenever things like that happen, you have to question the validity of them, but there are photos that we haven't seen before of Colleen at these Q&As and stuff, and it's these kids allegedly speaking up about how they felt in that moment, and yeah, I'm gonna fucking talk about it, and if you have a problem with it, click off the damn motherfucking video, because I do see this as an issue. I think it's so irresponsible of the school, and I think it's also really irresponsible of Colleen knowingly going in and doing this. It's such an ultimate fuck you to like what we were all talking about. And
it's a power play. It's not a fuck you. It's an egregious power play.
Wrong and all like this, but at the end of the day, you're literally going into a high school and doing a Q&A with the high school kids, and you don't see that as a problem, considering you never even addressed what you did with high school kids in the past. And I said this in my video yesterday. She talked about how much love she got at the Q&A and stuff, and it's crazy she's even making her husband's thing all about herself. But it's just really crazy to me because, number 1, it was not about her. Number 2, she made it about herself. And number 3, how are you automatically putting this back into this dynamic of you having this friendship and bonding moment with kids?
What a goober, what a goober,
what a goober, dude, move on. And it's actually shocking that she can't see that. So anyways, let's get into it. Also, I need to remind you guys that I'm going on tour in February. It's called the Chronically Online Tour. I'm going to Brooklyn.
I'll give you the link again.
Out really close. See, 21st. Let me know. Reddit post, right? Where it was, who let Colleen Ballinger into my school? And this Reddit user has deleted their profile. We can only assume because they said that they were literally going to get in trouble by the school for having posted this, which is crazy. So someone said, did anyone ask about the allegations? And this person said, nobody did. I got in trouble for asking how the school responded to the allegations after, so I assume everyone else was told they would be in trouble if they said anything. Could you elaborate on how you would get in trouble? Like, did you email the school and they were like, nah, you're in trouble? The person says, I just asked the teacher who organized it a period after the event, and he said I'm grossly misinformed and participating in cancel culture, and my brother's gonna get chewed out on Monday for the same thing. So anyways,
Inappropriate. That's handled like shit. They shouldn't be telling the other student about the other students.
Again, we're dealing
fucking
with
actions against them.
Like pretty small.
What?
You know, audiences on these videos. And the reason I really want to talk about them is because
they're not supposed to do that with the other person's punishment.
That we have not seen from the Q&A. And again, I'm not going to assume that the kids that are in this Q&A have, you know, like millions of subscriber YouTube channels and stuff like this, so this does make sense. So again, to clarify, I'm going to say this is all alleged, but the reason that I am making this video, and I know that it was sent to me a lot, but obviously I want to do a little bit of, you know, validating it, is again, these are photos we haven't seen, and there's a lot of text with these in all of these 3 videos. So let's go through them and see. And again, I do believe that it is important that if there are literally kids out there that were at this Q&A or just at this skill who feel uncomfortable by it, giving them a little bit of a voice.
Didn't animate shit when
I
we
just
were
think it's such an oversight from the school, but it's not an oversight because they were
intentionally covered it up.
Acknowledging that there were allegations
to their own
at a bare
students
minimum,
to let this person wax their ego
cancel culture
poetically, as opposed to engage in fucking reasonable discourse or even help people grow.
Which one should we do first?
They just
I guess we'll
enabled
do this one first.
That's
so
really
the video's
wild.
called Colleen Ballinger came to my school. I'm pretty sure there's no real audio with this, so we'll just read this. Hi, call me, and then an at. I'm a freshman at Amity Regional High School in Connecticut. On Friday, October 18th, 2024, actor Eric Stocklin and more importantly his wife, Colleen Ballinger, came to my school as Eric was being inducted into the school's alumni. Oh my god, I need to go back to high school. Oh my god. Alumni. Hello.
Alumni, you got this.
Oh, the video's playing. I was wondering why it went so fast. Hall of Fame. And he was inducted because he was in the Miranda Sings shows.
Yeah.
Don't let that go over your head too much.
Didn't.
Stocklin and Colleen, after the induction ceremony, proceeded to do a Q&A with all the theater and broadcasting students. If you need proof of this happening beyond pictures that will be shown shortly,
by a partner.
Colleen herself talks about this trip on her channel, Colleen Vlogs.
Possibly easier.
About Colleen, I assume most of you know who she is and what she's done, but if you don't, Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, is a content creator from California. Colleen is infamous for having been the subject of numerous scandals involving allegations of misconduct. While she hasn't been charged and they are allegations, one will find a mountain of evidence showing that Colleen has done abhorrent things. So why did they let her into the school? When my theater teacher who organized the lecture was yelling at me for asking how did the school respond to the allegations, he said something along the lines of, she's been on Broadway and I'd be a fool not to let her come. It's crazy.
Disapprove.
You would think a theater teacher understood.
That is an inappropriate adult acting inappropriately,
which is a fair argument,
and they should be called
out
for that bullshit.
As long as you pretend performing in a dying show to sell seats makes you qualified to talk about
How dare you enable or even encourage people to sit down their guard because of someone's perceived merit?
But
that
the
is
school
fucking
has so
outrageous.
far said and done nothing in regard to the allegations. I also do not believe for 1 second that a higher up in the school ever knew about this. My school board does eat crayons, but they can't be that stupid. All right, continued. Additionally, my theater teacher said the allegations levied against her were grossly misinformed, of course, and merely cancel culture. I don't believe that any rational person would say this about such serious allegations with mountains of evidence. I'm starting to think that they either didn't care or that their only source was Colleen. How could anyone read this and side with Colleen? And it was an article, I guess. What was the Q&A like? I came late, so I only heard part of it, fortunately, but it was meh. Eric, who we were there for, was okay. He gave good answers to any questions asked, but I didn't hear much from him. Colleen, however, took up most of the time. Shocker. She was talking for the majority of her husband's event, and the students were largely more interested in asking her questions. She never mentioned any of the allegations. However, she did say that she would
there's no path to what I want.
Burn every ukulele she could find when asked what she would do differently in her career now.
That's not. That's so now you telegraph it, and you wave it in their faces that you have the power and control over them to give them a hard time because you've exercised power in the nepotistic system of your fucking Broadway bullshit to leverage that to get into a school, and now you're using that power and flexing it over children.
This is all alleged. but that's fucking crazy if that's true.
You're flexing your power.
All right, continued.
Your little ego
including
ween
me,
over
were nice
children.
to her because I was told I would be severely
That is
reprimanded if I said
fucking
anything about the allegations, and I assume
disgusting.
all of the other students were too. After the Q&A was over, all students
If
rushed to
they're
gather
gonna
pictures
get
and
in
autographs.
trouble for
Surprisingly,
bringing it
no
up,
misconduct
you shouldn't
occurred to
even
my
make a
knowledge.
reference to it in passing.
Why am I making
Hell
this video?
no.
On the day of the event, I made
You
a
can't
post
restrict
on
people from holding the same dialogue
Oh,
you
okay, so this
initiated
was allegedly the person
entirely.
that did the original Reddit
That's
post that
wild.
went viral. Providing pictures of Colleen at my school, left, center.
Like,
On the
they
right
had
is
a
an
place
image,
where they
not by
were already
me,
set to not
of
bog you
her
about
then
it.
that
You could have
surfaced,
been
thanks
a
to
fucking
this other
goober
person for this one,
and
which
ran
I
off
guess
with your
is this
bad
person
self.
because they made this other video, I guess.
What?
Anyways, this post went viral, having amassed nearly 4,000 upvotes. Eventually,
What
this spread around the
unfucking
internet, and apparently some
qualified
news
adult.
organizations, YouTubers heard about. Sorry, babe, if I got you in trouble. Because my school started getting emails linking to my post, they figured out who I was from my comment history. They emailed my parents, and now I'm being reprimanded in some way tomorrow. I don't know how, but I assume that being chewed out would be an understatement.
Fuck 'em.
What the
Take it.
fuck?
Well, I'm coming at you,
Conclusion,
bitch.
if
Fuck
anyone
it.
wishes to contact me, my Discord
Fuck
user
those
is this.
inappropriate
Anyways, I will
fucking
end this video by asking
scapegoat-filled adults. Fuck
Amity
'em.
Regional School District
Let 'em
and
burn their
Amity
own
Regional
shit.
High School to answer for any gross ignorance to the allegations that have been levied against Colleen Ballinger.
'Cause then the
especially when
fucking
these
board will come
allegations
down.
regard the safety of
And
children.
if the
Your
board doesn't come
incompetence has
down,
put a really dark stain on a
then
usually
you go
quiet
tell the
part
feds.
of Connecticut.
Obviously.
Wait.
Let them
Eventually,
try
this
to
post
escalate
spread,
it in
and
that
again, this
way.
is all alleged. And
Whiny
we know that
bitches.
this person deleted their profile. Like, this person deleted their
rock
profile.
those
So
fucking
this video is saying that
shit-kaboodles.
because YouTubers and organizations found about the post, the school started getting emails, and then the school contacted this person's parents because they found out who it was. And now this person is allegedly going to be reprimanded by the school? Because... Let me calm myself down.
Don't calm down. Lead with anger.
Because the school chose to bring Colleen Ballinger in for a little Q&A with the kids, which
Not
she,
just
you know,
Colleen Ballinger.
could not
Colleen
be more excited
motherfucking
for.
goddamn cock swinging in the wind Ballinger. Actually.
And
Call her
allegedly the
Big
kids
Dick
are the ones that are getting in
Colleen.
trouble for this?
Because she runs around with her dick set to stun.
What are comments on this?
Yeesh.
Amity School officials failed to understand the consequences of inviting an influencer who admitted being inappropriate with young fans. She also admitted to sending her underwear to a young fan. 100% should be disqualifying to enter a school full of teens. I think local news affiliates should be aware of this. Sending now.
Like, she does serial shit.
If you get in trouble, maybe
I
let
can't
us know or
shield. I was
Adam
trying.
know. Oh,
I was still fucking around with how I
just
wanted
felt like
to.
the fourth wall was broken there. We could all call the high school... Okay, I'm not going to promote doing anything with the high school, but all I'm going to say is if they are reprimanding the kids for calling out that she was there, then they are a fucking disgusting
Tell the
school,
feds. Make the feds go
and they
fix
can
this.
go to fucking hell. This is all alleged. If
Dead
they
ass.
are
Make
actually
the
doing
feds
this, but I
fix
mean, them
this. The
having
teachers
her there
have
in the
gone
first
off
place to talk
fucking
to all
book.
these kids, I mean, kind of shows
They're
where their
fucking up
morals
with the
are.
youth. Hell no.
So I just want to clarify that I do not promote reaching out in any way to the school.
I
We are not
promote
involved
all
in
of their
this.
parents telling the feds.
But if I start finding out that the kids are getting in trouble for speaking up about feeling uncomfortable that she was there at a school talking, then I am going to start doing stuff. So until I find that out, but it sounds like it already. So until that
It could be the
moment,
one
I'll
teacher
hold
being
my
a fucking shit
chill.
kabooble.
But
You
if
don't
I
know,
fucking find
right?
out that these kids are getting reprimanded or in trouble for speaking out about being uncomfortable that she was there, ooh, ooh.
It's like
Ooh.
those adults
Like,
need
that's
to be
crazy.
fucking
Like, how would a school
addressed.
make a decision like that?
You
And then
know?
when the kids are getting uncomfortable, very valid reasons, by the way, because these kids are young, they know.
You need to pull
they keep
those
up with the
adults
internet,
off
they
the
understand
line
it. More
and
so than these
reset the
old fucks
BIOS.
in the school. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
That
Not
would be
this latest thing.
severely fucked up if the school were reprimanding the kids for feeling uncomfortable about that.
All
Even
of those
taking it to social
adults
media,
in
the kids have
power
every right
need
to
to
do
be
that.
taken out of power and replaced by responsible
Wow.
humans. Ew.
I'm so
Ew.
confused as to why you would get in trouble for this. You didn't confront her, which is what the school were asking for. All you did was share your experience online. Like, what was her being there supposed to be top secret? Even if the school called them, it would be ridiculous for your parents to be mad over this. Hope you're okay. Never stop sharing your experience.
How do I check this?
What is this one?
What?
You're not alone. There are 62,000 people on a snark page about Colleen, which is where I find your video. I'm so sorry you're going through intimidation tactics from the adults around you. This should not fall on your shoulders at all. I just want to applaud you for this video. Although this should have never happened in the first place, I want to let you know that you're not alone in this.
What?
You know, there is the snark page, and also Adam McIntyre makes videos critiquing her. You're not alone. Yeah, I mean, if these kids need me to go to bat for them, I will.
Good
This is so weird.
Good Adam.
Just so fucking weird. Okay, so that was the first video. Now, there's these two other ones. So this is allegedly
the whole
from the original
school board
poster,
needs to be
okay?
drug
so
into there and show them what happened.
Behind it, but
like,
again,
fuck
taking it
no.
at face value.
A
and again,
responsible
there's footage in here we haven't
person
seen
needs
before,
to be found.
But taking it at face value, this is all alleged.
Like, there's
then this
no
other
way,
one,
no time,
we
nor a
have-
reason to fuck around with making sure they're fine. We're stuck depending on them when we're old and decrepit. And they're stuck without any of us.
Okay, this person's saying they were at a college tour when it was going on. Their friends were there. They sent me a ton of pictures
You
and
know.
videos of her with the students.
Saying.
I'm obviously not going to show them because I don't feel like going up to a bunch of people on Monday. Asked them to show them in a video for a gotcha, but they made a follow-up with other photos, so I don't know what changed. But the fact that the school let her in
Because the school's being
is crazy.
buttholes, it needs to be addressed.
In fact, there's so many kids in the guidance office, the secretary started kicking students out. She made so many kids feel, all right, okay. Again, I'm going to take this one a little bit more face value. They made a follow-up video where they have, you know, these other photos in it. So at a bare minimum, I really hope my school learns from this because parents were absolutely pissed that the school let her in.
And
to
why are
interact
they
with the kids.
taking the
Okay, we'll leave it
students to get
there. I think
punished
this first video is
in
definitely
any
one that I want to
capacity?
focus on because it
If
is
it's-
allegedly the person from this main post. And then the second one, I mean,
They just
at a
made
bare minimum, we
everyone
just have multiple allegedly
really,
of these kids
really curious
speaking up about this,
about how they, as
and feeling
adults, are
uncomfortable with
learning
it.
and
And
growing.
again, if these schools start reprimanding
That's
these
funny.
kids for this, for literally just posting their experiences with it, I'm just like, how do the parents feel about this? Because I'm sure the parents now know everything if they didn't back then, but I'm like, what an oversight from the school. And there's such thing as an oversight, but then there's like doubling down on it and punishing people for speaking out. And I think that's really wrong. Okay, we'll leave it here. I want to say that everything in this video obviously was alleged. I've said that over and over and over again. This person is saying that they are the person from the original Reddit post, and that's why they had to take it down and stuff. And that is, we can't see that it has been taken down. But yeah, it's crazy that in Colleen's video she was talking about how lovely all the kids were because she loves this kid validation, right? And then we have these posts on social media from kids who were allegedly there being like, we were going to be reprimanded if we said anything against you, and actually allegedly we're being reprimanded now even for doing social media posts about feeling uncomfortable. It's really fucked up. All right, we'll leave it there. I'll see you in my next one. There was no way I was not going to film a follow-up on this when I was sent these videos. I mean, we literally have kids, and these are kids now, you know what I mean? Being like, I feel uncomfortable about this, or I felt uncomfortable about this, and there's no way I was not going to talk about this, and if you have a problem with that, boo-hoo. Alright, I'll see you in my next one. I hope you're all doing very well, and again, I
Adam's
better
right.
hope that this school does not, that I don't find out this school did anything to these kids. Right, I'll leave it there. I'll see you in my next one, and goodbye.
Yeah, no, they should be drugged, like, they should be drugged through this shit to the point where they have the feds rummaging through their assholes. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need the feds up in their shit. I don't give a fuck. They're free. What are they doing? They're stopping, like, unsafe shit and stopping unsafe shit. Cool. Toss one more in there. I'm sure they want the fucking bonus. What are they doing? Probably busy. Make them more busy. It's their goddamn job. They have one fucking job. Ooh. Hold on. I misclicked. Hold on. Also, I'll be headed out probably at the top of the hour. I have to be up early tomorrow again. I almost forgot. I remembered.
What is a parody?
You're a loser.
According to the dictionary, it's an imitation with deliberate exaggeration for comedic effect. But what happens when something's so ridiculous you can't exaggerate?
It might be out a
any
little
further?
bit before
when
that.
It's so out there that it becomes a parody of itself. You wind up with something
like I only have one save, by the
so
way.
is Dustborn a good game? No, it's absolutely trash. And it's not just because of the politics of the game.
I got the same philosophy about guns as I do about words. If you can use them to fight fascists, you use them.
Oh my fucking god. Even ignoring the politics of the game, which is some of the craziest mask-off, on-the-nose insanity that I've ever seen, it is still just fundamentally not a good game. The story's awful, the characters are even worse. I would run into the same bug over and over where if I paused the game in the middle of a character's dialogue, it would break the character's animation and I couldn't progress until I restarted the entire game. Towards the end of my playthrough, it felt like they didn't even put parts of the game in. It took them 8 years to make this game, and I don't even know what they were doing for those 8 years because this 10 to 15 hour game still feels rushed.
I gotta run back to the last
What
zone,
were you
I
doing
think.
the whole time? Is this a money laundering scheme? Like what happened?
I think that's what we're
but
doing.
hey, I'm just some guy, right? What do I know about
Wait, what?
reviewing a video
I was
game?
the right
What makes me
direction
more
already.
qualified than those people?
Y'all wanna
over at
listen to One
IGN that gave this
Direction?
game a 7, or Eurogamer, which
This
somehow
person
gave
said
it an 8. Well,
sarcastically.
unlike most game journalists, I have eyes and a brain. Not much of one, but I have one. And also, unlike most game journalists, I actually play and enjoy video games. So I think I'm qualified enough. Hi, I'm Baxter, and I played this piece of
I
shit,
also
so
play and
you
enjoy
don't
video
have to.
games.
What's the story
I'm playing
of
Droga.
Dustborn? What's
This
this
shit's
game
sick.
about? You've stolen information from a bad fascist government called the Puritans, and you're smuggling it through the land of another bad fascist government called Justice, and you're trying to get it to Nova Scotia, which is the headquarters of the resistance. So you're taking a road trip from California all the way to Nova Scotia, and your cover in case you get pulled over is that you're a punk rock band on tour. That's the main story. And the character you play is named Pax. She's the hero, who, according to the game's own description, is a con artist and a thief with the ability to weaponize words and use them against friends and enemies alike. That means you can use words in the game for various effects, and we'll get more into this later. You can also craft new words, like trigger.
Let's trigger ourselves.
Or normalize.
This is normal.
By catching what are called echoes. And these echoes are, well, echoes of a broadcast that happened 30 years ago, which is bad. And that's one of the first major weaknesses of this game, is that the story is written so poorly that I don't know if they ever fully explain what the broadcast is, but it created something called anomals.
We
which are
never
what Pax
finished
and
the
most of
Anomaly
other
game
members of the
either.
group are. What's an anomal, you may ask?
Pacific
Well, they're
Drive.
basically the X-Men. They all
We
have
need to
different
pick it
powers,
back
but
up and
most
see
of
what's
them
up
are
with
based
that.
on the power of words. Say hello to
Ellie.
the power of words, kid. The protagonist Pax can use words to make people feel bad.
Go
and
fishing with your
manipulate.
fucking
No one
hands.
can gaslight people. And I'm
Tell
not
them they're
joking,
pretty.
that's their actual power. There's a midget eco-terrorist that can heal wounds if he reads poetry. And some old Asian bitch that can do something because it's never really shown
reach
off or
this.
explained in the game. They just say it's amazing. Also, I say that most of the powers are based on spoken word because some of them aren't. Like the tank of the group, Sai can become hard as a rock, but I don't remember her ever
makes
saying anything to
some
activate her power.
sense.
Or your sister who has super speed and can phase through walls. I don't think she has to say anything to activate her powers either. And I only bring this up because later on, you find this little girl and she's mute, but she can still use her powers. And everyone in the group is shocked and amazed that she can use her powers without saying anything. But at this point, we have like 2 or 3 people in the group that can use powers without saying anything. So why is this little girl a big deal? I don't know. The lore is all over the place and poorly explained and inconsistent at best. It's a fucking mess. But anyway, sorry, tangented a little bit there. Let's get back to the broadcast and these echoes, which is what I was talking about before. So you can hear parts of this broadcast in the echoes when you get close to them and go to catch them with your meme. Yes, that's what it's called, which is basically a Game Boy that
It makes
somehow lets you
sense,
see them.
but it's
when
like-
you listen to these echoes, you can hear things like globalists are bad and don't trust the New World Order.
It's all about the New World Order. It's a one world government.
So what I gather is that the broadcast from 30 years ago that created the Anomals was basically an Alex Jones show. So in the game, they say that this broadcast was disinformation. And the echoes are remnants of this disinformation that can literally infect people's minds and make them think wrong and bad thoughts and make them act violently. So you have to, once again, literally pull the disinformation out of their head with your meme by force so they can think the
We're playing
correct
Drova.
thoughts. And I wanted to
How are you
Cobain
doing?
myself just writing this down. But that's
Drova
what the game is. The
is-
game even comes out and just says that the
We have
echoes are
magic.
like social
We have
media.
magic missile. We have abilities like wound
And you
and
pulling
dash.
them out of people's
I accidentally
heads
magic
and using
missiled
them to
earlier.
craft
That was
new
pretty
words
goobery.
are like
I just learned how to craft a
moderators
little.
on social media protecting us from disinformation.
And the meme's like,
it's a 10 out of 10.
Yep. And it's also just crazy to
I
me
like
on
this.
a personal level that the resistance
so
in this
sick.
game is supposed to be anti-government. And yet this broadcast, which the game calls dangerous disinformation, is warning people
It's so
about
fun.
the
It's got stuff to do.
government. What did
I'm
they
putting
mean
down
by this? And
Soulsborne
there's
briefly
more
for
story
this.
to this
I'm
game,
probably
but it
playing Dark
honestly
Souls
doesn't
1 in
matter
bed.
because it's not fleshed
And
out at
this
all.
here for now.
It's
Or tomorrow I
inconsistent
might play
at
Dark
best.
Souls
It's
with
all
y'all.
stupid.
I think
Like,
I want
the
to play
game
Dark
makes
Souls
it a
tomorrow
big
with
point
y'all.
to hammer home that justice is like this fascist government and they can't be trusted and they're gonna kill you the first chance they
How are
get.
you?
He went Nova.
It's my friend showed it to me the other day, and I had to go for
that
it.
you
It
meet in
looked
this
so
game
cool.
is a cop working for
It's,
justice. He's been investigating you and following
gosh,
your
I
trail.
don't know if it has
Even
a demo.
gives you
Let me
like
go check.
multiple chances after you've
Hold
killed
on.
like
Let's go
100
see.
people. Even tried to kill him. They're just really not selling it that these are the bad guys. Here's another big plot point. Are you ready? Okay, spoiler alert. Pax is pregnant the entire time.
Like,
Wait, where's
pregnant.
actual Firefox
Why
though?
am I here?
Oh
It
my
is
gosh,
this
here we
huge,
go.
overarching narration throughout the entire game. So
Do
you're
we have a
constantly
demo?
made to ask, who's the father? Where is he?
Oh, we don't
what
have
are
a
we gonna
demo.
do with the baby?
Crap.
We can't let the group
I
find
was
out we're
hoping we had a
pregnant.
demo.
Baby's a liability. When you meet the resistance, they try to convince you to get an abortion.
I need to know if you're going to Nova Scotia to join us, or if you just see this job as a way out. You have a child to protect. Turning your back on the cause for what you consider a simple life must be quite tempting.
That way you can just join them and fight the good fight. You can't fight the government if you're pregnant and have to take care of a kid. How are you going to be the ultimate in girl
Single
boss
player,
technology if you have to
but I
be
like
a
it.
mother? Think
I was
about
hoping it would be
Better just
co-op,
kill
but
it.
I
Then
don't
we
care.
can hit the club and you
It's
can
fine.
fucking drink again, Becky. At one point in the game, you even get stabbed right in the
Steam
baby
input
maker, and you're
API.
worried about the kid dying naturally. So you can't keep doing what you're doing. It isn't safe. All right, cool, fine. Eventually, you learn about something
Sorry,
called the
that's pretty
proto-language,
exciting,
which is
though.
where all language comes from, and the
I like
information
their-
that you've been trying
I
to
like the
smuggle
art style
to Nova Scotia
and how it
is
carries
a
through.
database or a codex of
Oops.
all the
I like their art style and how it carries through into their like, oh gosh, into their not buttons, into their tiles. We'll just call it a tile because that's an appropriate word for this and others. So I like how they worked it in. I like that it stays consistent. Just, it's a little extra thing that one of the homies does that I find to be like wicked impressive too. Oh, that's a me. Oh, well, no, it's like a thing one of the homies did. Like, okay, hold on. Nope, hold on. See, one of the homies did it too. Here, this is Chai's stuff. I'll give you Chai's thing too. But Chai also did this kind of like effortful work. And it's super shit. It's super second, like, it's super cool, right? It's super cool shit. There we go. I can use English. It's just, we got this. We got this. Here's homie's thing too. I don't know. It's a fucking nifty game. I opened this tab as well because I was like wondering if it's like, what? What's this for? Oh, it's a game company. Sick. Is this our Drova one? Yosh. Right? Did I get here from here? Yes. What else have they dropped? Oh, they're the Surge people. Oh. Okay, cool. That's sick. I would not have known offhand. That is sick. Okay, fuck. That's... Oh, this is not what I was remembering. I thought this is something else for a second.
Avoid all human contact if possible. Your safety cannot be guaranteed.
This used to be a nice
Why does it look fun? Why has it gotta look fun though?
With this power at our fingertips, we shall remake the Earth in our own image.
Man, monster, or machine, If you get in my way,
can you parry though?
Rip you apart.
Yo, if you can parry, I'm down. If we can parry, I want it. I'm not parry prejudice. I'm just parry preferential.
I'm not just going to save her. I'm going to save everyone.
Okay. I did not think that that was that game. That looks sick. Oop, my slipper fell. Lol, that sucks. Anywho's. This has been fun. There's so much more that I haven't even touched yet because I suck and I'm just a bad player who can't get through that far yet and haven't upgraded much yet, and I'm still getting lost and figuring it out. We've also been doing my... Every so often I'll wait like 3 years before playing like, you know, Dark Souls for like 1 again. And we're currently, you know, on our little loop where it's like, holy shit. It's my first time being a streamer while playing my every so often Dark Souls. And and before this time, I didn't have like, you know, Elden's combat to help harden me through parrying being more of a requisite. The hitboxes were weird in Dark Souls, okay? I didn't expect this. It's really forgiving. Oh, let me get you the link for what we're watching too, in case you want. Here you go. Like, I really, really wish that Nioh 2 had multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Nioh 2 and definitely Sekiro not having multiplayer are like, I understand. Game companies gotta do what they have to do. It's okay. I would have given everything, the little I could, for that. I know we had like... I know there was like talk of a mod for it though, so...
This proto-language, and so you try to learn some of this proto-language because it's really powerful.
Does it hurt?
But you can't really because your body can't handle it. So at the end, for the final bad guy, which is just this white kid, by the way, you see him once in a dream around mid-game, and then all of a sudden, he's just at the end, he's the final bad guy. There's no build-up or explanation of why. Who the fuck is this guy? But you used the proto-language to defeat him. Except it wasn't you that used the proto-language, it was your baby. Another mystery. How did they do that? Why were they able to? How's the game gonna handle this? Well, the ending I got was called Ronin, and I guess there's multiple endings to this game, but I'm never gonna see any of the other ones because I'm never gonna play this piece of shit again. But in the Ronin ending, Pax literally asked out loud, what am I gonna do with the baby?
I would have fucking, like, oh my gosh,
I
yes.
don't know, Lamau, and it's just a fucking
because like, I don't, it has so much replayability.
Every single plot point of this game. I don't know if they just gave up or if they were
then again,
expecting
like,
there to be multiple sequels.
I luck out. I don't play bad games. I don't know what's up with the world. Like, I just play games that I'm like happy about all the time. I never got to play Bloodborne ever before because I've been like a computer person and I didn't have one for... I only got to play Dark Souls 1 before. We're playing 3 together for my first time here and there. And I'd played Elden and I got to play Sekiro recently. I like 9 Souls too. It made it really fun. Oh, I wanted to try it. My one friend told me not to. He was freaking out about some shit about quests breaking, and I'm like, but it's a new save. But it's a new fucking save. Who cares? Whatever. I didn't get to fuck with it yet. It looks so fun. It looks so fun. Oop. This game is pretty.
To this story, but there's almost no closure to any story thread. But if there is, it's completely rushed and half-assed. Like at one point towards the end, we're all just sitting in a diner eating, and then the game just fades to black. And all of a sudden, we're just running through the woods under attack. I thought I skipped a cutscene or something. I even asked my chat, and oh, I stream, by the way, twitch.tv/Baxter with an E. Come hang out, there's my shield. But I asked my chat, I was like, did I miss something? Did I zone out? Did I
never think to plug the stream in our VODs,
they just forgot to put part of the game in.
I guess I do.
Like
it's just never intentional.
They just looked at their watch. They're like, "Hey, it's been
like I'll mention it.
8 years. Let's wrap this shit up." And they just shipped it. There's other weird shit like the Justice faction of the government. You know how it started in this game? It started because the timeline
I know I haven't like tried it since my friend was like all poo-poo about it in the start. So
they hit Jackie.
It's probably gotten a lot more tight.
Is the one that started the big bad evil fascist.
Thank you for reminding me. Honestly, I want to get through our next Sekiro play like a stream,
inconsistent,
and then I'll probably rush back to Elden.
Next, now I'm going to talk about gameplay
because I want to do the Shura run
at the same time,
like together,
strange
and like I want to record it, which I have never made a concerted effort to record a Soulsborne.
You talk more. You walk to the next area and you talk. You solve a puzzle that even a toddler could do. You need to talk about it. Oh, you met a new person? Let's talk. You talk more. Sometimes there's a bad guy and you hit him with the baseball bat, but the combat isn't fun or satisfying or difficult at all. Take a guess what you do after combat. That's right, you talk about it. Oh, and sometimes there's a really shitty rhythm game component as well, because remember, you're posing as a punk rock band. This is what the game journalists like to call the
I like that I fell into the
or in my opinion, the
I fell into what I'm just gonna call like a goober, the wiggle worm, where I'm really just in we can talk to cats in this game. By the way, I like just like I'm finally working in more dodges only because it lets me save time when I want to continuously engage someone and stagger them with like little cuts to the side. I only got into like trying to be more patient with my dodges for that one, really. I'm glad I did, because it's how I got into the wiggle worm, which is really helpful in other games because it's just like reminding me the joy of not just backstabs, but like it's more positioning to like, you know, mess with. Doesn't hurt. Positioning practice never hurts. Ever. Ever, ever, ever.
Death of modern gaming. Let's talk about the combat part of this game first, because it's such
when
a
you just
minor
like
part.
wiggle
And when I
around
say
and you
a
like
minor part, I mean
cut
because
wolf
you don't
or not
even
cut
fight
wolf
someone
when you cut
until
owl.
the end of the second chapter, which is like 2 or 3
'Cause
hours
you can, like,
into the game.
I
So
don't
they
know.
basically tried to copy the
There's so many of Owl's attacks that I can just like sidestep. We're doing our second play and I'm like, I sat it down at Owl. I was like, I'll pick this back up tomorrow. And then tomorrow never came. It's like 2 weeks later, a month later.
combat from God of War, but instead of an axe that flies back to your hand, you have a magnetic.
Are these the people for armor?
The only real difference is that this plays and feels way worse. There's no tactile feedback. It's not satisfying to hit anything at all. The animations are all stiff and janky, and you're never challenged. This is one of those games where it asks you if you want more or less combat towards the beginning. And I actually said that I want less, but not because it was too difficult and I couldn't do it. It just wasn't fun. But aside from the baseball bat, you have shouts that you can use in combat. But they don't feel good either. You'll go flying towards an enemy with the jankiest animation I've ever seen. Or you'll try to have this witty banter with an enemy by saying things like, "No one likes you," and they get a debuff
because I can't wield my other sword
or something. But again, none of that really matters because you could just hit the exact same button just over and over and over again in every fight. And
little me liked playing Guild Wars the first because I liked, you know, the click to move movement based thing. That was my joy and my jam. 100%. I still like, you know, a lot of other stuff, but it's, you know, I guess I grew up on video games learning the joy of if you put your sprite somewhere, it really messes with people sometimes. It's so fun.
In fact, the only time
snaring
I
and
died was
healing
when I
can't
purposely
heal.
let myself
I love
die
to
in the
snare.
game because I wanted to see if I even could. And yeah,
Crowd
you die,
control
but
is fine and
it
good.
just puts you right back in combat
Protecting
exactly where you were.
preventing
You don't even
damage
lose
is my
progress or
joy.
have to start the fight over. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, just like the rhythm games don't matter. You're supposed to be undercover as a punk rock band. And one kind of funny bit is that you
Do I
all
have to go
suck at the start
southeast
because
to
you
get
aren't
around?
actually a band.
I don't have a
And
map
if you've
yet.
seen that one clip on Twitter of everyone saying, "What the fuck
I have
is
to
this
buy ink
trash?"
first,
Yeah, it's trash, but in
then
this
make
one
my own
instance,
map,
it's
I
supposed
think.
to be trash. So I'll give them that. The problem is,
Which is so
story-wise,
sick.
that you're supposed to be a better band. By
You
the
have
end of
to
the
make
game,
your own
but
map
you still
with your
sound
own
the
ink.
exact same. At one point, you have to fight this giant squid with the power of music for some reason.
Are we just doing this so the giant squid fucking kills itself?
Again, this is
And all I could
Droga.
think about was the
It's
damage that Scott
outstanding.
Pilgrim has done. In fact, I had
Where's
more
the
fun just
thing?
putting
No,
the
this is
controller
game
down
overview.
during the music segments
Game
and making
overview.
them miss every note and getting booed off stage. No
New patch
trace.
today.
Keep
New
it the
patches
kick
always.
grind.
Always with the new patches
Looking
because
for a
they love
better
us.
place. because that's what they deserve. So at least that part was entertaining.
We're in it to win it. There's a lot to do, and we haven't even cracked it open.
The story still progresses. Someone in the party will be like, wow, we really did bad there.
I'm so new.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect
I haven't even
anything.
done Act 1 yet.
Going. There's also
How many
some
acts are there?
exploring and some puzzles, but with the exploring, I didn't find any interesting Easter eggs or anything worth exploring for.
Oh, it's fine.
At most, you'll find some batteries to upgrade
There's multiple
the bat,
towers.
which doesn't really matter because, again, the combat sucks, and I don't think you can lose even if you wanted to.
Classic
Or
mode?
you might find some
I didn't do
gifts
classic. I
for
did
your party
the other
members,
one.
But I don't
I did
think
the
they really
iron
do
mode or
much
whatever.
either. So there's no point. Just stick to the path. And the puzzles are
There's
as
collectibles
difficult
for a whole
as
library?
A shape sorter for toddlers.
Yo!
So, there's an electrical panel we need to hack.
Enter
Who in
into
our
a,
party
the
hacks
rust moss
electrical
trade?
Panels? Theo.
Why does rust moss sound like skooma?
Oh, this door needs to be broken down. Who breaks down doors? Sigh.
You don't need skooma. You're good. Consume skooma. Hail Moloch ball.
That's it. Luckily or unluckily,
Oh my
maybe,
gosh.
these are all very small parts of the game that the only purpose for them is to interrupt the monotony of the main part of the game, which is fucking talking. And so you remember how I talked about the anomals and the power to weaponize
It's not a
words?
drug yet.
During the game,
It's
you'll
rust
have
moss. They
various
haven't.
dialogue options try to force
It's
your
not
way through a
criminalized yet. We're
conversation and
good.
make it go your way. Or in combat,
It's
you
free.
can
It
use your
grows out.
shouts
It
and
grows
taunts and stuff
everywhere.
to either make yourself stronger
Where you get
or
water
damage
on
your enemies.
moss.
So yeah, about 90% of the gameplay loop is just talking. It's an interactive movie. What's less talking and more like
No
shouting
Imperial
over
Guard.
everyone around
It's
you.
not a
One of the
drug.
things they were
It's not
really pushing
skooma.
this game
It's rust
are
moss.
that your friends are like
Level
your
your shit up.
family.
That's what family is for.
It's like
Fucking
someone just
Imperial
really like that slogan from Olive Garden. But if that's the case,
What?
this family needs some fucking therapy because they all
Probably.
hate each other. Everyone is constantly
Wait,
interrupting
south?
everyone else.
You won't make it
Okay,
across the
it's
border wearing
west.
that
Never
shirt.
mind. It's
And
west. I
the
have to.
other.
No
I was
one
going
listens,
east.
and they're just
I have to go
constantly
west.
putting
Oh
each
my
other
gosh.
down. If anyone shows any interest
this
in
key?
anything, then everyone just pretends that they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And they just talk
not
down
you,
to
right?
them like they're
No,
an
you're the
idiot.
homies.
And they just reduce that interest into the most mundane thing possible, which I fucking hate.
All I meant was that fort looks like something from She Wore a Yellow Ribbon.
She wore what? Who's wearing a yellow ribbon? What's a fort?
I'm
I like yellow
so
ribbons.
tired
Those
now.
are pretty.
I don't know if this is Reddit core or whatever, but the you
It-
like television?
I just hope it's
I
not
don't know
like
why
a
I'm giving
code
this guy a
word for
Mexican
something
accent, but I
weird
am. Oh, you
that
like
grows in a
television?
bottle.
So what? You
I just have
like
hope.
staring at pictures
Like, I
on
don't
a
want it to
screen?
be.
Okay, that's cool.
Because alternatively, it could be like someone's failed attempt at making wine in their house. I learned yesterday that not just did King Cobra try to make wine involving a monster, but I also watched people make wine or fail to make wine with a monster. They let it go flat first. They were patient with some things, but it looks like... Oh, it's fine. We'll cringe
Well, I
later if you want.
guess. Oh, you like music? What's
Yes, I do.
music? So you just sit around and listen to sounds? Oh, you like eating?
Yes,
They
indeed.
talk the same way an alien would talk. In a 1950s sci-fi movie, if an alien landed on Earth and we had to go and try
With
to
people
teach
who
it
buy
how
maps?
humans live, this might actually be the most insufferable group of characters that I've ever seen in a video game. Which, now that I think about it, I
Okay,
think
so
this
now
is
do I get
why
to buy
so many
map
game
stuff? Do I
journalists
get
gave
to buy
this game a
ink?
high score? In fact, I know
Ink!
it is because they say
Ooh.
things like the characters in this game remind them of themselves and their friends, which they would throw under the bus in an instant if they could get an ounce of clout out of it. We have
Sell some of
characters
those
like
back.
Gnome. Gnome has a giant portrait of themselves in their own apartment. They are narcissism personified, but they're also entirely useless and refuse to help any situation.
Hey, no. No. Are you really not gonna help?
Look, we both know I'm completely useless at this sort of thing.
And if they do help, they act like it's just the biggest hassle on the planet, and how dare you ask
Oh,
them
they
to do
demand
anything.
50
and this is
coins?
supposed to be your love interest. Oh, sorry, not love interest. It's a situationship. Insert
I can't
fucking
trade for
laugh
ink.
track. Or Psy. Psy is at
Almost.
least tolerable to a
Almost.
degree because she's like a giant retarded golden retriever. She's just happy to be there. But
There's a
she's
dialogue for not
nervous
enough
wreck,
coins.
And she can't get her
He'll
shit
get the map
together.
now.
And she's
200
just
coins when we see
constantly
each other
freaking
again.
out, and you're just always tired of her. fucking up everything or making every situation worse. Trigger.
What do you want from me?
That's 4 times.
Basically,
I think we do
have
it.
to babysit this woman because she has more anxiety than a 5-year-old with 2 dads. And
We
speaking
have a
of dads,
sword.
there's Theo, who's supposed to be the father of the group, which is ironic because I don't think any
I mean,
of these
worst
characters
off, we
had
have a
father.
sword.
But he's the only normal guy in the
Lorth
group.
is-
Every other character has some
can
kind of
simmer
fucking
down.
skin disease or disability, or they're a woman or something. But Theo is just disappointed no matter what. Like, you'll be presented with option A or option B, and so you'll ask, Theo,
What else do they
what
have
do you think
then?
I should do? And Theo's like, oh, you should
More
just do
ink?
whatever you want, whatever you think is best. So you
Okay.
pick option A. And Theo's just like, wow, I can't believe you picked option A.
cook?
Only an
No.
idiot would pick option A. You're so stupid. Like, what the fuck
Only
do you want from me,
craftables.
man?
There we
I
go.
think Theo was giving me father issues.
Best setting.
Well, actually,
No
never
more
mind. No,
scrolling.
it's not, because spoilers, once
Hell
again,
yes.
for the end of the
Ooh.
game, Theo's talking to Pax, and he says, if something happens to me, please make sure you let my family know and you take care of them. And Pax is like, oh, no, you can tell
We still don't
yourself,
have the ink.
man.
We at
So
least
that's
have a
death
map.
flag. You know he's gonna die like
This is a
immediately.
win.
And he does. He gets fucking Thanos snapped by that random white kid that I was talking about earlier. Instead of being sad about it, no one gives a shit. Just immediately, they're like, well, that happened. And they just fucking go about their day. You know, like a family would do. I don't think the person that wrote these characters actually has any friends in real life. Because this is not how friends work. The entire cast of characters acts more like
I'll grab it.
spiteful coworkers. Like, I cannot stress it enough.
I just need to
There is
get
just
coins
this
first.
Thinly veiled hatred that
Which I get
every
probably
character
don't come
has
from
for
these
everyone else in the
homies,
group,
but
and it feels like it could
they're
just
here.
bubble up at any moment.
Their
But it
positioning
doesn't.
practice.
It just never goes anywhere.
They taste
There were a
good.
couple times that I thought it would, with the character getting up and leaving and saying, fuck you people, I'm out. But they just come back and everything's forgiven, except oops, now they're an FBI informant, just like in real life. Oh, and Pax. Pax is the fucking worst, man. Pax is the main character, the one you play as. And this game, in an effort to make the wokest character they possibly could, made one of the scummiest and shittiest people imaginable. What did they mean by this? On the introduction to the game,
I
you
guess.
literally
I don't think all
forcefully
executives.
shut your friends up.
I
by
still say
choking
divest
them with your
ourselves of our
powers.
executives.
Within 5 minutes, you get pulled over and you trigger a cop and the cop steps out into fucking traffic and dies. And so Sai, naturally, she starts freaking out. And Pax is just like, hey, Gnome, can you like gaslight
Bro.
Sai into thinking that us getting this person killed just isn't a big deal? Like, I just really don't want to deal with it right now. This is the introduction to the character. This is the scene that sets the tone. And the tone is, you don't want to deal with your friends. They're kind of a hassle. In fact, you're just kind of using them to get what you want. And killing someone, that's not a big deal. They inconvenienced you a little bit. And man, if everyone just shut up and listened to me, everything would be better. Which if you're trying to write some kind of anti-hero with like a redemption arc,
What
fine,
was the
sure,
kind
I
of
guess.
fiction we learned
But
about
Pax isn't
yesterday?
written as an anti-hero. And there's no redemption arc.
Rapid
Pax is presented
fiction?
as this linchpin
No,
character
that wasn't
that's
it.
supposed to be
Oh
holding
my
everyone
gosh.
together. She's a character you're supposed to
There's
be
a
able to
subset of
resonate
fiction I
with
learned
and be
how
able
to
to put yourself in
appropriately
her
address.
shoes and just do the best you can. But she's such a fucking terrible person. And I'm not up here saying I'm some kind of saint that can do no wrong, you know, I'm just some guy. But Jesus Christ, man. She talks about family and friends nonstop, but she treats them like trash, and at best they're just a convenience that she can use. She talks about being fair and doing things for the community, but she will destroy anything that gets in her way, and she
Place to
will
work?
steal and take
Become a healer?
anything that she thinks could
Silver?
be even a little bit useful to her. She's
Hit.
a serial manipulator, which is what her
Report to
entire power is
Lebanon or
based on.
Jolo?
There's even an entire
Remnant's
arc
camp?
where you have to go and see your sister,
May the Red
which you
Tower
haven't seen in
protect.
like 10 years, and you just manipulate her into thinking that you give a shit about what she's doing. But the only reason
That's
you're
so
talking to
wild.
her is because you want to get your Game Boy.
So, now you know my ulterior motive for coming back here. To get the meme.
Here's another thing. You ready for this?
What in the
Pax
Mikola?
hates robots. They make it a big deal at the start of the game and make sure that you know Pax doesn't like robots.
Seriously.
It's like, I'm just...
Now, why do you think that might be? Did something
more
traumatic happen in the past where one freaked out and hurt her? Did a robot kill your mom or something like that? Nope. You know why she doesn't like robots? Because robots are too logical, and so your manipulation powers don't work on them.
and immune to vocals between you and me, kid. That's what really bothers me. You can't mess with robots. It is their problem.
That's the reason. That's the entire fucking reason. You can't manipulate them like you can a normal person. So you fucking hate them. Like, you can't make this shit up. At one point in the game, Pax is explaining how she used to get money. She would do DoorDash, and she would use her powers
we can talk
to
to cats, by the way.
customers into giving her a bigger
We're just not
tip,
bothering
or
them.
just straight up lie and
They're
say
cool.
that they didn't pay for the
They're
food
chilling.
already. She would work at warehouses and file frivolous complaints or try to blackmail people that work there. She would work
Best
security
mechanic.
at concerts and say she was collecting money for charity, and then just take the money. I think it's some half-assed attempt at trying to compare to Robin Hood by taking from the rich and giving to the poor. But here's the thing, you'll notice in all those scenarios, it's just stealing from regular people. You don't have to be rich to order DoorDash. You could just be busy. The warehouse workers she's filing complaints against is just some blue-collar guy. Going to a concert
That's your fellow
doesn't mean
wage
you're
worker.
the fucking Monopoly man wearing a top hat and twirling your mustache. And also, she's not using it to help anyone around her. She's just keeping it herself. And even if they were rich, it doesn't just automatically mean that they're bad people, so it's okay if horrible things happen to them. Because if rich people are all bad, then surely the opposite must be true and mean that all poor people are good. And I know plenty of poor people that are just absolute pieces of shit, including Pax in
They
this
called the
game.
druids, we need to
this
see nut
doesn't hold
jobs.
up at all. Like, children have a better understanding of morals
We
than
didn't
this
divulge
woman.
anything about
I
our
think
quest.
She might actually be a sociopath. And
Nothing about
here's
the
the
stone.
reason I'm dragging on Pax so
I wanna
much,
pick-
because
I wanna
once
do the
again,
pit.
spoilers
I wanna
for
work
the end
here
of the
too.
game. During the finale of the game, when you're fighting the big bad evil people, it's revealed it's not your words that have power. It's because behind your words, you have empathy.
Vocals aren't about the words.
We now work at the pit. They protect
are
us.
about empathy.
Empathy? Empathy. Every time you forcefully choked the words out of your friends so you didn't have to listen to them, it's just because you had empathy. Every time you manipulated cops into shooting each other, it's just because you had so much love in your heart. Whenever you tricked people into
Blades.
believing they were on fire
Give me a map
until they
updates.
passed
Yes.
out from the pain, it's because you care just so deeply. Every time you lie or cheat or steal or kill someone, well, golly gee, it's just because she's such a good person. I honestly believe this game is some type of scam. There is no possible way
Your
that
leader,
these people
your savior,
took
all
our
in one.
tax money and took 8 years to make this, and it's serious. But it is. And that's the saddest part, is that they're completely serious. The people behind this are so delusional that they really believed in the messaging
We
of
won't
this
piss them
game.
off.
This game wasn't meant to be a game. It was meant to be propaganda, but they forgot one key detail. Even propaganda needs to be good to be effective. This is one of the worst games.
It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be enthralling,
today, but here
or
we are anyway.
it has to be impactful to you, the viewer.
Even though, you know, if you've been here a while, you know I'm not necessarily terribly fond.
All it has
of
to
that
do is be
particular entry in the
impactful.
series.
It's like a
After
lower
10
bar. It's a
years
low
of
job.
it
It's
being
easy.
around, it has
You can
its
be impactful and bad,
positives for
and
sure.
impactful
There's a lot
and
of
pretty
things I
gross
like about
looking
it. There's
as a
a lot of
game.
things that
As a
I
story.
just think that starting fresh with a new entry would make a better Sims game, and well, apparently that's not happening. Because the other day, this article,
The Sims is not going to get
Variety
better.
pops up saying
Oh
that
my
there
gosh.
is
There's no Sims 5. However, check this out really fast. Okay, check it out though. There's not that, but this is a better Sim. Look at this fidelity. Look at this fidelity. Look at Inzoid. Oh my gosh, look at this fidelity. Look at this game. Look at this game. This is gonna destroy the Sims. It's here to wreck them. What are they gonna do? Get better? Try. These games are not out yet. Planned release in 2025. And this one says coming soon. Here. We've also been playing... I've been playing this on and offline a little bit because I do like my open world dress-up game. And no matter what Soulsborne bullshit you think I'm doing, I roll back to Fashion Souls, like, really fast. Like, all the shit... I will get good at mechanics so I can waste the not having health on fashion souls. Or, yeah, don't judge me, okay? There's a reason I will play a dress-up game in a heartbeat, okay? I have taste and class. Not sorry. I have good taste, I think. Here, I'll give you the links for Insulate and the other one too. At least those won't get me, you know, like, I don't know, laughed off the internet. It is important, like, you have to learn mechanics so you can look pretty in game. That's all there is to it. Like, anyone who says otherwise, I don't know. Well, like, the reason I got better at, like, competitive, like, Pokemon ages ago is because I wanted to buy all the clothes, and I had to practice on the bots at the tower, so, you know, I had to get good so I could, you know, get all the clothes. That's why I get good. That's why I always get good. Oh. Here's a game. It's more cool than me. I need to fix our camera. It's a little grainy
Sims
still.
5 coming, and EA is
It's not the lighting only. It's a lot of stuff.
Franchise,
it's a confluence.
Starting to sell
I'll fix it.
Custom content made by creators in the community.
I may have to replace our camera, to be fair. Like, if we're gonna be fucking real, I may have to.
And a bunch of other things, and I was just looking at all this and just thinking, wow, what the heck? And not only not acknowledging
like, the fashion
too
souls
much in an
thing,
official capacity, the 10
even
years
just like
of
taking
this
the
franchise,
time,
you know, no big
it's just a fun
celebration
thing
or
for
events or
everybody.
anything, but here they are
It's
saying
a people
that,
thing.
you know what, there's not even going to be a sequel. It's going to be The Sims 4 ever, I guess. And it's just going to keep
My dad
going
was one of those people
in
that
some
peacocked.
Form,
He'd try to dress all
evolving and
pretty.
growing endlessly, and I
think he's a cool dude.
So tired,
when he
man,
tries
so
to.
tired. And
He can dress all dapper. He can do some dickhead shit. But he can dress dapper.
However many
Can't
years
take that
ago,
from him.
I guess 8 now, I did a video titled The Sims 4 2 Years of Meh, something like that. And I was just sort of putting my thoughts out there
Sick.
where I thought the newest entry of the game was at that point, and what I was hoping for, or
I had one
by,
person in the
and,
comments
all those
mention it,
thoughts, right?
and I'm so
Well,
grateful they
another
did.
8 years
But
have passed. The game is still going, and
it's what I know I'm
going to
work on next or
It's
whatever.
apparently the most popular one in terms of the number of active players, and kind of no surprise they made the game free to play. I don't know. My point is, I'm in two minds of a lot of things related to this franchise, The Sims 4, previous Sims games, covering these things, and just like this kind of stuff on LGR in general. So I just need to get some thoughts out there. Hope you're along for the journey.
Also, I love wearing yellow.
It's interesting with all these anniversaries and me happening to be
let's see if we
covering
get
The
it.
Sims 2 or working
When's
on
the yellow
this
dress cup?
retrospective.
Oh,
It's
the
taken
yellow
longer than I
shorts are
thought,
cool.
but yeah,
It's yellow
going
shorts,
back
not
to
yellow
this,
dress.
it's
Never
really giving
mind.
me some
It's a yellow
interesting
romper. Let's be
perspective
real.
and just I don't
It's
know,
pretty sick.
conflicted feelings.
The
about
game,
where
this
we've
one
come
has
from, where we might be
waves
going. And
of
you know
early
what?
access.
I just don't know what to.
I was in the
to
last
really do
one.
about
I
covering
did
this
not
because
have the spoons to
I've
continue.
said it several
If you
different
want,
times in different
highly
ways
recommend.
on the
It is
internet before,
actually
but I'm
fun.
very much tired of The Sims 4.
Like, legitimately, I'd just gotten done collecting a lot of the stuff and doing my fashion shows in Elden, and like, you know, I'm now like comfy with like my second character to just be there for me to go to, because I think I spec'd them right, and I'm okay with how I did this, so that's fine. But when I was getting at the end of what I wanted to do bulk wise there, I found out about this, and it's literally everything else I wanted. It's just dress up all day and open world. It's the same open world experience. Not the same, but it's open world. It's puzzles. It's things I can do over again. And it's dress up. And you can pick like the top, the bottoms, the shoes, and accessories can be separated, which for me is such a win. We missed a lot of the early access because I was a little sick. So that sucks, but it's super good. Oh my
in
gosh,
its current form.
it's so good.
And mostly in all of the endless expansions. Like, I don't even know how many, what, 15, 16, 17 full-priced $40 expansions.
I'm a goober.
Plus all of the stuff packs
I'm the
and
worst
game packs
goober.
and kits and whatever the heck else they're putting out there. I guess now they're going to start selling mods. Yeah, it's a lot. And so I stopped covering all of that stuff because honestly, it wasn't good for my mental well-being, and I was just tired of it. I just don't really want to do all of that. So I check in every so often to do an expansion review, and that's about it. But
we met the other founder of
I
this
thought
area.
that for sure there would be a proper, full-on, built from scratch, more modern, impressive sequel. That had to be in the works, right? Guess not. And the reasoning for this is like baffling, and yet at the same time I get it from a business sense, and I feel gross for kind of understanding it. So anyway, according to this Variety article, and many others at this point, but it started there, they said
I wanted to try.
The Sims 4 will continue to receive updates and paid expansions for who the heck knows how long.
The reason I take time to shout out Paralives is their expansions will be free, like the Sekiro model. If there's an update that's in quotes DLC, and it's for everyone that has it. I don't know about Inzoi in that regard. My one concern is they make, like, you can, in the fucking game for Inzoi, make, like, AI-generated textures, which is kind of weird. Like, you can request them. We requested something like, no words, funny for chat, and it was like, here's some fake words, and a face.
And yeah, they're
clown
expanding
face,
what
I
they're going to be
think?
doing with the franchise in general, but also the way that you play in 4. This person says they're not working on a replacement. As with previous versions, they're only going to be adding to our universe. With that, you'll see there are more ways to experience the blah, blah, whatever. So the reasoning behind this seems to be money, of course. It's a big old business. They gotta please them shareholders. They say we'll continue to bring HD simulation experience and what people would want from a 5, but it doesn't mean that we're going to start you over, reset all your progress, and really, dang it, ads. Oh, the website just went away. Pets. Screw you, Variety. Anyway, they basically said that because putting out a new entry
it's the best mechanic.
Not be compatible with all the previous content.
I love this mechanic.
They don't want to do that. They're so concerned for the players. They don't want to reset everything.
New face?
They just want to keep it going forever. And I think that's just ridiculous. As if, you know, we didn't go through that with Sims 2 and 3 and 4. Like, that's kind of expected for video games.
Oh, using spear and slingshot?
It's not like some new thing.
Oh, only remnants.
I don't know. I don't know what that is supposed to mean other than they're just trying to say that they want to keep the train rolling because they're making tons of money, and why would you stop now? And, you know, I get that. Like, it's a corporation. That's what they're going to do. I don't know. It was just annoying, just the way that they phrased it. You know, like they're doing us all a favor by not releasing a sequel or canceling a sequel or whatever they did and just continuing the current iteration because it works well enough. And we've got so many creations. Yeah, it's different because it has been going for 10 years. I know. That is a lot of stuff to start over with. And there are pitfalls and perils to just dropping all that you had, this community, and then starting over with a new thing. Like, what happened with City Skylines 2 not too long ago? City Skylines 1 is still the stronger game in many ways, and there's just so much for that first one, and then starting all over with a second game that was kind of iffy. Yeah, like that's the risk, but that's kind of how video games be.
I love the Steam community. Posts there are helpful as fuck.
Possible good things, very good things about starting over that I think will be potentially lost out on if they go down this route. You know, because it has to do with the engine, right? The core engine of The Sims 4, if you believe the things that have been put out there in the past, was this Project Olympus thing, and it was kind of a multiplayer, you know, Sims Lite spinoff or something, and you know, it eventually became The Sims 4.
I remember the lore.
Possibly after the SimCity 2013 debacle with the whole online thing went so badly, and they were like, oh man, we better like put this back in the oven and make sure we don't mess it up. And then The Sims 4 came, and it was kind of really lackluster on launch, right? But at least it wasn't an online mess. So I retweeted that news and kind of put my general disdain for the direction things are going out there. And somebody asked the question, well, okay, so what would you like to see
I had to let that happen,
in a
I think.
Sims 5 release that you don't
They knocked me out and they took their
with
shit back.
expansions and updates? And my response was this.
I think that's all they did, right?
What I
Yeah,
want
they
to
didn't
see
take my
is an
stuff. They just took their
entirely
shit
new
back.
and optimized
That's fine.
game engine built from the ground up for a more seamless and customizable open world with deeper gameplay that is seemingly impossible using the decade-plus-old Sims 4 engine
That was fun.
that was
I like
initially
this.
meant to be like an MMO. Basically, look at what Inzoi is doing, also Paralives. I don't know if
Thank
that's
you.
How you say it. Inzuai, whatever that one is, that interesting looking thing with Unreal Engine 5. Like, using new tech, starting over, there are so many benefits to that, and actually making it so that it's a more fleshed out, interesting, modern, deep, complex, less buggy, seamless type of open world with deep customization, all these integration of all these features that apparently they really want to do and add on to The Sims 4. But I see that it could be a good thing in the sense where, like, sure, you have all of this gigantic player base, and
Paralives
tons of content
is so
out there.
sick. I can't wait.
Much of it paid, annoyingly, but you know, it's out there, and there's a lot of base to build on. But if you're building on a crumbling foundation that's really old and had a lot of cracks and issues to begin with, is it really such a good idea to build an even bigger building on top of that crumbling foundation? I don't know, because
Still wanna fight.
to me, I've
If I
always
keep
seen
going
The
in,
Sims
they'll fight
4
me.
as like a stopgap. Or at least I did early on. I really thought that it would be a quick thing.
My client would like to.
come up
Your
with Sims
Honor, I
5
want to
in,
represent
like,
myself.
2019 or
I
something.
don't plead guilty. I plead my bad. I'm sorry.
But no, they're just going to add on to this and apparently try to, it sounds like, enhance the engine that's already there. And I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer, I don't know what actually went into this, but
I like
to me
code.
that just sounds like endless band-aids, you know? And I don't want band-aids, I want a daggum a whole new body. And a while back it seemed like that might
I want a
be kind of
robot body.
happening with the announcement and a little bit of teased footage and information about
Is this a
Project
Spriggan?
Renee, which a lot of people assumed would be The Sims 5. I
What's going
personally
on here?
didn't.
Grunts?
The way that they phrased it,
Grunts.
put that
Grunt.
information out there and then
Grunt.
vague
Grunt.
information about certain things, it made me think that this is probably going to be like a spin-off or some sort of mobile or, you know, hybrid type of
What a
game
weakling.
situation where it's a collaborative space to do Sims-like things, or maybe it'll work with parts of another Sims.
Why
I don't
did
know.
you
They were so
put
vague
me in
about
a
it, it was hard
nap?
to tell what it was, but it didn't
What
actually
did I
seem like a
do?
full-on Sims.
Why am I
5.
napping?
But it looked interesting, right? There were some fascinating customization features they were showing off and bringing back, like the color wheel and the custom textures and all that stuff that I wanted back from the Sims 3 and 4, Sims 3 in 4. Yeah, that kind of just came and went, and then it seems that that is very much its own separate thing at this point, and it's some kind of collaborative thing where it's like you can join and create with other players somehow. Some people on a PC and some on an iPad and some on a phone or whatever, and you can.
I mean, right?
Mix and
This is
match
what happens when you
creations. Don't
roll.
really know.
Just
Who
fucking
knows what
wretch.
that's going to be, but
Go
they're
hard.
now calling it The Sims Project Renee.
I guess.
Not The Sims 5. So
I like.
that's some other
We have
thing.
Soulsborne
And,
Sundays every so
again,
often,
I kind of expected that.
so I can
also
just fuck
thought that
around
Maybe there was a chance that it would
without
be a base
any
for
continuity.
a Sims series soft reboot, like potentially. Okay, they're just going to
Appreciate-
start all over from scratch, and maybe it won't be called The Sims 5, but it'll just be called Sims.
You're the sole true
or something
warrior.
Like that. And just sort of a soft
The whole of
reboot.
Drova?
Yeah, forget all the
Nobody's
stuff
a
we've done before.
match?
We're gonna start over with these
Okay.
new enhanced tools. And
Teach
in
me
a
how to
way, It
fight.
almost sounds like they're trying to do that, but also like cram it into the Sims 4 code base. And that's what concerns me here. PCGamer.com put it pretty
You
well.
live
I
in
think,
the
when they
arena.
say, it feels like a wild thing to say about a now 10-year-old game.
I mean,
where
I would
each
too.
new expansion produces a slew of bugs as it struggles to cohabitate with the dozens of other DLCs.
I'm really
Although
glad
EA did also state
that,
that they
like,
were updating the core technology of The Sims 4 as part of this
We
plan
can
going
always
forward.
hold lightning and throw lightning.
I wish
I'm
them all
glad
the
we can
luck,
throw
but
lightning
see
in every
aforementioned
game
statements
somehow.
on, shaky
Well, can we in every
foundations
game?
and,
Can we in
mandates,
3 and 2?
because I don't know. It seems like a lot to put your faith in that kind of product. And that's what it is at this point. It is a product first and foremost.
Water.
And that's what bums me out the most about this, is because I feel, again, like especially going back to The Sims 2 and playing that again recently for the 20th anniversary video.
Love me. Don't
the
hurt
heart
me.
and the soul, it's there, little hints of it every so often, but it's tied up behind paywalls mostly, or you know, it's just a game that isn't 100%
This is
quite
not a
what I
dummy to
wanted
hit.
from the very
Okay.
beginning in terms of going backward, in terms of like all the loading screens and the lack of transportation and more open-ended customization and the deeper details that you could really get from The Sims 3 and 2 even.
wonder.
There's a lot of things in 2 that you just don't get in
I liked
4.
Sims 3.
Little touches.
2 was
animations,
okay. I
details
just
and
don't
things.
play it
I don't know
much.
if you've seen some of these compilations of like The Sims 2 versus 4, for instance. And all of these little loving things that they put in there, just little extra bits of heart and soul. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it feels like a creation by people that really cared. And
instead of like Olympus got
years
used
and years and years has felt like nothing more than a product line, like something
like
to
2 is
sell
cute.
Stuff.
It has
and
nostalgia
that's
appeal
what it is,
for me.
but it could also
3 is
be
my
both.
favorite.
Yeah, I like to think I'm not that
4
naive
has the
about
mods
it.
I want to
know
play,
that
so I
they've
just
gotta
don't
meet
play
their
4.
quarterly, whatever
I'll just
the
play
heck.
3 without
and,
mods.
It's doing extremely well monetarily, and the number of people playing it, especially because it's free to play now, is insane. Like, frankly, it's bigger than it's ever been as a franchise, and they're selling these packs hand over fist, it seems, as evidenced by at least 2 $40 expansions coming out every year, plus all the other packs that I ignore. And
yeah, I ignore them too.
It is what it is. I've accepted that. Or at least I thought I did. And then all this news comes out about 4 going on forever, and you know, it's just to be continued, to be continued, to be continued. Now, I was really, really, really banking on this not lasting very much longer, and at the very least, getting more excited about like whatever the heck Project Renee will turn into, or you know, some of the other games that are coming out from other companies. Life by You's been canceled, but there's still Paralives, and there's Inzoi, and those look genuinely interesting because there's something new and different, and they're made by people that seem to be artists and folk that are creative that actually want to try something new and fresh and interesting. And while I don't agree with all the decisions being made from what I've seen of those games still in development, I'm still interested to play them and review them whenever they are fully released. And
we're never going to be fully for everything.
Anymore. And even with all this stuff that they're trying
Lies
to add,
of P,
I just
the
don't
sword,
think that
if you
that will
hold
ever
it,
change. And in fact, I don't know how long I'm going to keep.
It's not like Ketsumbada. It's not a different stance where you can regen stamina faster. You go slower.
It's still The Sims 4. You can make it run perfectly smooth. And it, you know, all these like bugs that I keep running into, or my family.
Lies of P runs so well on a Steam Deck. It's wild.
The stuttering, which is constant, and the lag and all that crap. No matter
emotionally disturbing how well it runs.
You can get rid of all that stuff, but it's still The Sims 4.
I still have to finish.
And if you're okay with that,
it just still runs so well.
Then that's fine. But personally, I see it as an increasingly set of diminishing returns. Like, it's just a bunch
Show
of
me your goods.
Animations.
Can I just have all your money for free?
You kind of already do.
Give me all of your money.
More goofy animated way, and I like it lost its charm years ago for me. And I think it's just. Fine. I'm so tired of it. I just don't care. So you could add all these things, and it just won't
daggers,
change much for me personally, especially not for wanting to cover it.
Lowest
and there's this other stuff you're talking about adding, like the mods, right? Or custom content, I guess.
I'm still unable to tell.
Doing something with creators in the community and having their creations become an official part of the game. Which,
wield a
hey,
sword.
that's cool. That's great. I hope people are getting
or
paid
when I can't wield an item.
Well. You know, I doubt there'll be employees. They'll probably be contract workers with zero benefits, and that's probably why they want to do it. Because then you don't have to bring on full-time people or pay any kind of, extra things.
So these are spears,
salaries and all that stuff. You just pay for the content, or maybe a slight percentage or something. I don't know. I'm very cynical about Electronic Arts of all companies doing this, but there's other companies that have tried this, and there can be some pretty good results that come from it, and it helps some creators get some money, which can be nice. So. Again, I just hope people are going to be treated fair whenever that rolls out. I would be interested to see some of the content come along. Like, what is it going to be? Will it be more risky? Is the wrong word. Adventurous, creative, interesting, out of the box.
20 prowess, maybe? I think I understand.
I don't know, but it does to me almost seem like a shortcut for Electronic Arts or whoever the heck is making the decisions, the Sims team, to get more content without having to hire any new employees. Same with bringing in people from the community.
They wanted to charge people for reloads, or was that Ubisoft?
Playtesting and having people volunteer their time to do that. But you're having people volunteer to be your QA, and like you should just do that and pay people to do it and listen to them and actually put their stuff into action instead of letting these same bugs fester for years and years and years. There are bugs going back almost since the very beginning of the launch of the game, and they're still in there. And I think it has to do with the code base from what I've read. And it's just, You know, it's like I see potential positives in some way, but so many of these other little like corporate nastiness on the other side, and it just makes me feel gross even engaging with it. I just don't like it. And now they're talking about adding these AI features, right? Which to me just sounds like a reverse image search, and maybe, I don't know, there's some language model in there, but yeah, at this investor meeting after this other story came out, they were talking about, oh yeah, we're going to be adding these features to where players can have an image of a celebrity.
Been Hugh and Silver all day.
Be able to find sims or creations that match the look of that celebrity, for instance. It's a little weird. Or, you know, a picture of a house. And okay, you can just put that in there and find a house that kind of looks like that on the gallery. Or
this is going to go so poorly.
Other search terms. Instead of like having the exact tags and typing that out, you can just
when
put
someone
in
models
kind of
your
like
house in The Sims, so they can plot how they're just gonna walk in,
find creations that are more similar to what you're actually looking for.
It's coming.
That could be a good thing. I'm not against that. I'm not against really any of this. I don't know if it's actually.
Hey, what are you doing? Misclicking.
I don't know. When it comes to AI, everything is iffy. And even calling it AI, is it really that? Like I said, it kind of seems like reverse image searching with a little bit of algorithmic smarts behind it, but all that stuff.
Yeah, no, AIs are really not appropriate word for what we're currently doing. I prefer Theft Engine, predicated on cooking the planet for tech bros.
The most accessible, the most easy to play, and just kind of fart around with and have
what
some
a lucky
fun.
break, I must say.
The mods are great. Honestly, there's a ton of great mods out there.
What's the catch?
If you know what to look for. I mean, there's a lot of good things about it.
It's rough out there.
It's fine. Like, if it were the first entry, man, it'd be an amazing, like, first entry in a life simulation kind of genre. But for the fourth, 25 years into this series, I don't know what they're doing exactly here. Other than it's kind of broke, but why fix it? Because people are still downloading it free to play, and then they're buying tons of add-ons for it.
Do I even have 25 coins?
Why not continue that and expand it in however way they possibly can? Because the shareholders love that crap. So here's what I've been thinking. All right,
that's what my feeling is.
I don't want to stop
like
covering it. Period.
I will go to sleep.
You'll watch it. You genuinely get
and I will lose my organs.
And the best part about releasing a Sims video for me is seeing the response from people, or like getting all the lovely emails and comments and all of the things from people being like, "Dude, I've watched you since." You know, I was 8 years old, and I just like that people still watch, right? And the fact that it pays the bills.
We just broke into someone's house by accident.
There's that. You know, I've never been affiliated with EA.
I would look down
or,
for a second
kind of like
to like lock eyes on the
Game Changers
video
thing that they had, or any of these new programs they got going. I don't want to test it. I don't want to be part of anything. I just want to be like an unbiased voice, or, you know, a set of eyes looking in at this thing, at this franchise and this series that I've enjoyed for 2.5 decades, and hopefully it provides some perspective that people find enjoyable or useful, or both. And
both. Definitely
that still
both.
happens when I post these expansion
I'm a deference
reviews.
for both.
So I don't necessarily want to stop doing that.
Can you
but I
show
don't
me
know
how
if I want
to
to keep doing it in the same form of covering every one of them that comes out. Because dang it, there's another one already on the way. There's this Life and Death pack, it sounds like, possibly coming out the very end of October. They just had this Love Struck one, and now there's another expansion already on the way.
From time to smoke some rust moss.
It fires my brain when these things are close together, because it's like
some rust moss.
If they were like just one a year, that would be fine by me. So that's what
I'm a
thinking.
noob. That's funny.
Start doing a yearly wrap up of Sims.
Guess we were right. You do smoke rust moss.
All right, it's the end of the year. Like, here's the Sims things that came out.
That is so.
But then
good.
It's not
tasty.
really what people come to me for.
Good. Let's do it.
Looking for, like,
I'm here for rust moss. Fuck moderation.
Let me know if that interests you.
I'm doing all the rust
moss. That would interest
moss.
you more than seeing individual videos on the expansions. Like, just not an in-depth thing.
In the pit.
Necessarily, but like 20 minutes of just, hey, here's the stuff that happened in this series over the past year. Was it worth it? Or was it not? You know, what did they change for the good? What did they change for the bad? And like, that would be the one Sims 4 video a year. Or just continue doing these expansions and like suck it up because this is my job. That's kind of where I come down, to be honest. It's like, I think I should probably just continue for the time being, and like see where this stuff goes, and you know, if these new the AI features or the content kits.
I love that
or
couch's
whatever
texture.
else, you know, the engine updates.
Wow.
If any of that stuff proves
it
to
looks
be
so
interesting
pretty and
to cover on
fun.
its own, maybe I'll cover
It gets a
that too,
throw blanket over it. I also put a netted
really
throw
happy,
blanket
like,
over the back of my couch. It's so fun to reach your fingers
talking about
into.
The Sims 4. I am the happiest when I'm not thinking about it, and that's sad. but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And you know, going back and revisiting,
I'm happy till the
classics,
mods I want
you know,
aren't on
Sims
3,
2 is still
and
such
then I'm
a great
bitchy.
game. My word, is it way more difficult than I remember, and like quirky and odd and complicated and just hard to play.
They just
honestly,
took
but
out their
even
weapon to sell
or
me
even
stuff.
Sims Online. I've been wanting to cover like the TSO thing or whatever, the modern version you can play this, or there's even a mod of the mod of this that lets you play the original Sims in like an updated graphical engine.
Oh, I
kinda
think
like
my
a
friend
remaster of
played
the
that.
original Sims. That's all the
I think
stuff
she
that
loves
really,
that. I'm like
really
pretty
just,
sure.
it gets me going and happy and excited to cover a Sims
Oh, it is a
thing,
cute
right?
little throw.
You know, these
Yes, indeed.
retrospectives.
It's so pretty.
Or like a new
I have my
fan
weighted
project or
blanket for my
whatever.
netted
Wow.
one that I keep across the back of the
Maybe y'all
couch
just wanna see me
sometimes. So I'll just
ramble
pull it
about
on
whatever
top
the
of me. Just
And
be
if
like,
that's
fuck
the case,
it.
then stick
I'm a
around
puddle.
because that's
Weighted
what I'm
blanket
planning
and
on
all.
doing. I've got a Sims 2 retrospective coming, and you know, all kinds of other like just
Sims 2
vintage
retrospective.
stuff. I've got an
Ooh.
entire shelf over there of old computers and games and hardware peripherals and versions of Windows and different OSs and things that I'm so excited to cover. I just got a new vintage console that I don't think has ever been used. I'm going to be doing that in November and experiencing one of those brand newish for the first time. That kind of stuff is not going anywhere, but at the same time, it seems like these Sims things are just going to be coming at an increasingly rapid pace, or
so
changing in ways
impressive.
that I know people are going to
While
be
also
asking me
being
about, and
terrifying.
I just want to throw my hands up and be like, yeah, whatever.
Throw your hands
Whatever.
up.
I kind of want to wash my hands of it, but I don't feel like it's time to just yet. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just kind of lost and frazzled, and
frazzled's a good way to put it.
Ready to cover new things or old things, I suppose. New old things.
Oh my gosh, the one that
And
gets
the
me
competitors, you know,
is The
Inzoy and
Sims is trying to have
really
a movie.
Genuinely excited to check those out. It's been a long time since a proper Sims competitor came along, and who knows how they'll be. I mean, you know, they might be complete disappointments, far more so than The Sims 4. And give us new appreciation for that. I don't know. Either way, thanks for watching, and I appreciate.
I'm trying to find
you,
the Steam
getting
post.
this far
I know this is
in
terrible.
This video.
I hate to be this
See what
person.
happens next.
There's an easy way for me to get it.
See ya.
View our channel. So yeah, come back soon now, you hear? Go to things we do. We have a Sims video. Did you know that I really like making thumbnails sometimes? Hold on. I made a fun thumbnail. Can I like bullymong this into working better? What? Oh my gosh, hold on. I have a thing. I have a wrong browser instance open. Hold on. Okay, hi. Hi. Did you know I have fun with thumbnails sometimes? Did you know that occasionally I have fun with this and it just makes me a happy goober? Okay, cool. That's all. The intro will get us through this though. I found our intro. I needed to do an intro thing. Here we go. Did you know these egregious fuck shits? Did you know these egregious fuck shits at EA? Egregious fuck shits. EA. I'm just saying, Bob Green. There's other options. I'm not saying EA. I'm just saying. I'm not saying boycott EA. EA. I'm not sorry. EA. I'm just saying. I'm not saying boycott EA. You know these egregious fuck shits at EA. There's things that are supposed to fix The Sims being a problem. I'm not saying boycott EA. EA. I'm not sorry. Amazon. Well, they're siding with the people that pay Mr. Beast to do torture to people. So you're not really surprised. I had fun with an intro, okay? I got to like look up the EA Sports intro and like color dodge it out of some other bullshit. It was fun, okay? That's all I need. I'm easily made happy. It doesn't take much. People who say that I'm needy and whingy and demand a lot, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh well. Boop. I mean, it was fun. I'll give it that. It may be shitty to some people, but it was sure as fuck fun. I will at least hold that it was fun, you know? Oh, by the way, where is it? I'm trying to find they're trying to pay people to like sell out, but I think that's like helpful for creators if they want to. Because I'd rather like oh yeah, here it is. The creator program. I don't know, like if they're taking fucking Bezos money, I must be real. Like if you want to get that bag, I would not be mad at you. Like I wouldn't, even in this silly little VOD, I like point out this and I'm like, probably if you want to. They're making Amazon hand over foot money with MGM. They have money to spend right now. I just don't like them. I just don't like them. I don't care. You can't make me like them. We're gonna watch like a thingy while I get my shit together and make sure that I'm done snacking, and then I'm gonna head out for a bit. It turns out the stream on YouTube, the stream on YouTube's fine. The stream on Twitch crashed, and I just noticed this. I told them I was gonna leave ages ago though, so that's kind of whatever. That's definitely a whatever. I kind of am interested in seeing how people keep spinning the Tofiachu update. Moreover, this is probably late. This is probably late, isn't it? Yeah. I wanted the old Cobra lore to bring me up to recent with like, because I see what this man's going through and I feel like horrible for him. However, in addition, I'm so curious, how the fuck did we get here? How many people yelled at him to not be where he is today? That's okay, I do ignorant shit too. One of my bestest buddies tells me to sever when I'm fucking up. Like, so you know what? I get it. Not mad at it. I'm just curious. I'm gonna close Strova so I can pick it back up on a Steam Deck later. It's super fun. Again, Lies of P runs so well on a Steam Deck. Oh, I just love my ignorance. It's so much, because I can grow from it. Like, HDR, turning off and on. That's why it crashed. Ooh, there we go. That's why it crashed going to Twitch earlier, is because I toggled HDR off on, like a goober. That would be why. Because Strova. I'll fix it later. But when we want to be honest about why, it's because it did that. OBS didn't like it. I'm using multiple output, and it just like, it crapped the bed. It's fine. We move. They know I'm on both platforms. I'm sure if someone was awake,
every one of your fingers, Joshy. Well, that just happened. Hello. You're not gonna...
More skip. Skip.
I need to on YouTube. Somebody. Sorry, my hand touched it. I need to go find somebody.
Oopsie daisies.
That's most definitely what is up, YouTube.
Skip.
Trying to say.
Fuck it, you're talking through it.
Jessica back in town with Joshua, and she's in town for his birthday.
I need to.
They're gonna have an excellent
grab a
birthday bash.
libation.
That's gonna include some actually.
I need to get powdered flour. I'll be
and
also
also some
I need to get ground up
food,
flour.
Some drinks, some pills.
I need to do that.
A complete freak out.
I don't need to.
And a psychotic breakdown from Jessica. Just what the fans wanted.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, like, I would never advocate anyone do anything, but smoking weed does make my nausea go away, so BRB.
Now, she's been trying to ingratiate herself within Josh's apartment.
That is like
I
so
think her
deep.
goal was to have Josh ask her to stay, but that doesn't seem likely to happen.
Nice side effects,
anymore.
nausea go bye-bye.
She's been trying to do things like clean his clothes, which is a Herculean task because I'm not even sure that Josh has ever washed his clothes. We just saw him wear that Weed 420 shirt for 2 weeks straight. Definitely wasn't washing it frequently, we know that. And then we saw he had a cum-covered jacket. That's most definitely what is up, YouTube. Why get a rag when you have a shirt for free? And then she also cleaned his bed and his sheets, which I don't even want to know the crinkle noises that were made upon her removing those sheets, but that's most definitely what's up. So we're going to start with Josh's birthday dinner drink escapade and move on to some of Jessica's deleted live streams. Let's get into it.
Okay. That was worth it.
Look.
Got it.
Sake, YouTube.
I bolted real fast.
It's the Cobra's little plural. It's plum delicious.
The running arounds didn't help. Hey there, how you doing? I mean, coming back to this didn't help, but I'm still here for it. keep Bunny behind them.
A waiter's trying to pull a prank on me over here, but it looks like he's holding a potion bottle, right? We're witnessing the
Did he bring that in himself?
boggling wizard right in front of our very eyes, concocting his own brews in public. I'm shocked that we aren't seeing a wand being pulled out, turning that sake into wine or whatever wizards do.
It is
nowadays.
wine already.
But we're actually in a restaurant that looks appealing. And
Mirin's my favorite cooking wine.
Of it all, guys.
The only cooking wine I
Josh
use.
actually paid for it. I know.
I like eel sauce.
It's Josh, Jessica, and some other guy who I don't know. And for the whole, leading up to Jessica showing up,
we know now.
Here,
I forgot their name, but we know now.
Clint's going to take him out. He's going to take care of all that. Maybe Clint's distancing himself from Josh because Jessica is a piece of work, to say the very least. And this is going to be like the only moment of brevity,
What's this in his
some
little
sanity
mustachey?
built into
What's this?
society here.
A little
And
mustache
it's just gonna
booger.
Fucking
Looky there, a little
nosedive
booger.
fast.
Little booger just dangling in his nose.
Eel there?
Yes.
I want to try some of that.
Yeah, try it.
I just want to have a fucking
Okay, I'll try a
grip of
piece of eel, 'cause I
wasabi.
don't think I've
Also,
ever tried that before.
no, by the way, I do like eel sauce. This is why I have mirin, tamari, and maple syrup instead of sugar. It means you gotta reduce it for longer. But I'm gonna be honest, that maple hit in your eel sauce is what you've been looking for your whole goddamn life.
Oh, you know what?
No, but I love seafood. The texture is a little
I'm not wrong.
rubbery, depending, but
I think it.
if it's done right.
I think it melts in your mouth. They should have been.
I like how Cobra's over here spreading culinary misinformation.
Wow.
Yeah, mine fell apart too, Josh.
Oh. We were gonna go to this other place, but they weren't dining in, so I wanted to take my gal out, my friend out, to get some grub. Ew.
Now this is gonna be a controversial opinion, I think.
Culinary misinformation.
I honestly cannot comprehend the point of using chopsticks anymore. I just don't fucking get it.
Why?
All right, somebody needs to explain it to me because
It's
it's very
second nature.
obvious that a fork is a superior method of
No, it's
picking up
not.
food. I will never.
I eat Takis with chopsticks at this very desk while streaming. You don't have cruddy fingers. You can pick up things that are rigid and impervious to being pierced by a fork appropriately without causing large amounts of like shedding crumbs. That's your reason. Takis. Every time you've wanted your fucking little Cheetos, your Takis, you've needed chopsticks so you don't get your fingers nasty. My keyboard is like white. It doesn't look gross because I use chopsticks when I eat my Takis.
Understand why
It is gross because I'm a human fucking being and I touched it.
you would use
Doesn't look
chopsticks,
gross.
right? Now, I've eaten sushi before with your hands in a traditional sushi restaurant. I've gotten that. I understand that. Also, I mean, I'm more of the type of guy that wants to get nigiri or sashimi.
Takis and popcorn,
I'm not
let's
a big
get it.
roll type of guy. And my understanding is that at least for a nigiri, it makes sense to use your hands, grab it, and eat it in one bite. That's my interpretation
This man is like
of what's going
talking
on,
about
right?
unagi like
Either
a weird
way,
person.
there's no point in fussing over it. But Josh, he's trying hard. He's trying
Like,
to fit in with the.
I am team most foods can be eaten with your hands, bread, or chopsticks. Why do you need a fork? You find it. Can I not use flatbread to eat it? Okay, cool. I can probably use flatbread.
He's fucking massacring the roll that he's getting. And he has to use his disgusting hands. And I just want to call out. What
I like
the fuck
flatbread,
is that
okay.
thumbnail? What is that nail? I feel like
But
people.
flatbread is like a hand, but better, because you can like sop up every bit of tasty goop on your fucking plate or in your bowl with a little bit of flatbread and a lot of love. And you leave there happier. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, there's no place that says we shouldn't have flatbread. Uh-huh. Or like, oh, there's so many flatbreads to love. Like, there's so fucking many. I just love nigga naan. That shit's like the easiest to fucking Like, naan and roti are my favorite little flatbreads to crank out in the house when I really, really need it. Like, if I have to make any other risen bread, it's gonna hella be me fucking with a little baguette, like a thin baguette, like just quickly done because they're quick and they're fun and I can use them for shit.
I've been talking about it
quickly.
And maybe I've just been missing it because I'm not a hand guy. I'm not looking at Josh's hands very often, but it kind of looks like a Coke nail. If you recall, and I'm pretty sure those were on your pinky finger, where you would overgrow one of your nails so that you could get a dab of Coke. You know what I'm saying. You're picking up while I'm throwing down. Coke
I'm learning
enthusiasts
tonight.
out there, big ups. But his is on his thumb, and it's like, I don't know, is that like the poop cadaver? You're just scraping out any of the feces that's still left up there. I don't know, YouTube. I mean,
nose, clean the nose out.
Josh is
get your boogies
very
cleaned.
Big toilet paper enthusiast.
I want a bidet, pretty bad.
And if you didn't know this was tobacco-free dip, you wouldn't honestly be able to tell. I dip on occasion, you know what I'm saying? And this outlaw dip is the bee's knees, man.
I just, as someone who used to smoke and drink, I just take time to take a shit on it and be like, don't do it. Harm reduction's just not. It's easier to just shit on it.
Why not 5 out of 5? Because it ain't got tobacco in it. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's just me being fair and honest.
I will one day. I need that in my life. Honestly, I also don't like.
That's a pretty awesome day today.
Well, like as a person who doesn't use like paper towels, like having to get like same. I'll smoke weed. I don't drink. I like doing my cardio. I do cardio most days before stream. I'll like run and then shower. Sometimes I'm doing strength or yoga and I'll shower after stream. But like, like I'm sure if someone offered me like, a whiskey that wasn't mostly added sugar, I'd be like, all right, let's go. And if it were like an event or something, if it were a social reason, I might do it, Like, I'd just be bitchy about that. I don't want a fucking... Can I just shit on my countrymen for mostly drinking sugar water with like... Yeah. I want to shit on them for just like... For when it's an alcohol and it's sugar water, it gets me. It's so silly.
I took my gal out for some sushi. I was on a cheap date, but I don't care. Do not care. I paid like
I've never once aspired to be an expensive date.
For the entire meal. And I would eat at that restaurant again because it was that fucking
Oh
good.
gosh, if you want to know what's worse, is like I've looked at the states that have requirements for less alcohol content. Virginia, I think. Is it West? No, just regular Virginia. There's more sugar in there. Less alcohol, more sugar. It's so funny. It's like odd that like a lot of people, we can defer to modern preservatives, but it's like they use sugar, salt, and oil like they're trying to preserve something with it. It's so wild.
Shout outs to
I love
all
my
the
kitchen
trolls out
hijinks.
there that send Josh money all the time.
I like bitching
Congrats,
with
you're
chefs.
buying him meals, you fucking morons. And also shout out to all the taxpayers out there. Explicitly shout out to Wyoming peoples for keeping the boglin inside of his den. That's most definitely what is up. Big ups to them. Secondly, about
but it's the one that tastes good.
Another controversial opinion. I'm not a big
no
dip
added
guy.
sugar.
Never
I
really
like
understood it. I don't even want to try and take a health standpoint. I just know I've seen people with fuck gums from dipping, and I ain't fucking with that. But like, there's something satisfying about smoking something, cigarette, cigar,
Weed.
whatever.
Yep.
And I feel like I never got the
I
satisfaction.
could never roll a
out of
blunt to save my life. I cannot. I can roll a joint, but I can't roll a blunt. I just can't imagine putting it in my gum. It's wild. Harm reduction likely entails that I say, don't do any of them. Do talk to your doctor. And always take time to talk to your doctor before you change things radically because... Wait, this is water. Okay, no, wait. No, that's not it. 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 Oh, well, fuck it. Nope, not there. What? Bruh. There we go. I was gonna get my reference for why we should guide people to the doctor before we have them radically change their routines with liquor, but that's mostly because we do need to make them go to the doctor. I'm pretty sure I have it. Wait, don't I? What the fuck? It's like right here. Wait, can I control keyboard? My keyboard unplugged when I picked it up and sat it down. Oh, that's so silly. It was right there. It was actually right there. It's actually right there. I'm not gonna speak out of my ass. Like, yeah, talk to the doctor, make sure they're supervising it. Don't listen to people that are just like, you have to do this X and Y. Don't listen to the hasty bitches. The people that tell you to like do stuff before they tell you to talk to a doctor are doing garbage behavior. Fuck those trash actors. Make them clean up their bullshit. Talk to your doctors first. However, for smoking cigarettes, shouldn't you just, it's really fun. Just stop like I did.
Maybe I just wasn't.
It's hard. You'll get over it.
I was too.
You'll stop
young.
bitching. Eventually, you stop being bitchy, and you stop being chemically inclined to want to blow up on the homies. I swear it gets better. You stop trying to yell at the homies every 2 seconds. Eventually, I promise.
In my lifespan
Right?
for that,
Me too. I've had to like unfortunately do that twice. It's like it can be rough for a little bit, but you know what you're getting into. And you know it's chemically gonna happen. Just fucking shoulders, I don't know. Square your hips, tuck your chin. Someone's gonna drop bombs. Don't let it be the motherfucker coming at you.
I just wasn't enduring it, you know. I just wasn't feeling the vibe
I don't know.
necessarily.
Pick up martial arts, practice
maybe I'll
discipline.
Have to
I believe in you.
that at some point, but Josh is flexing on you trolls. Just so
He
you
is.
know, he's flexing
He really
that
does.
$165 to go get sushi. That's most definitely what is up, YouTube.
I mean, the trolls probably paid him for that so he can like get his sushi.
I'm cooking, so I'm buying what I use. Thank you. I'm not Josh. I'm tired of you people wanting.
I mean, like, preferably you're around people who understand what it's like and will look out for you. Oh, I could have clicked 1080 the whole time. Lol. But presumably you should be around people who can, like, give you the grace to understand that it's going to be like that and won't give you a hard time. If they can't, oh, yeah.
need to be Josh. I'm not him. I'm my own person.
It's really odd to hear her say that she's her own person right now because, like, I need the contrast. Hold on. I mean, thank you. Thank you for auto-completing No Not Your Drink combo. Just, yeah, sure.
Getting it confiscated. YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. It's been brought to my attention that my ex-girlfriend Jessica Boyle is threatening to shoot me with a gun.
Just fucking balls.
Glorious bastards. King Cobra JFS back at it with another video. So Jessica Boyle literally sent me 2 pairs of her fucking underwear when she sent the knife back that I gave her when I bought for her when we were dating.
Remember, this is 3 days. 6 months. I be up in here trying to spread happiness and joy. I'm just
We need to
trying.
copy every little thing he does. Okay?
I'm just
Thank
one
you.
fucking
It's like, I don't keep
angry
waiting
fucking
and
bitch.
farming.
What is up with this video? Holy shit.
But I mean, I'm not really too worried. I know I was told not to rush, but this is just how I'm natural.
No, he deserves better. This person that he was dating needs to, like, work on themselves in solitude away from people. Like, holy shit. You cannot try to thrust, like, oh my gosh.
Just like a manic mess. We're going to go through several of her streams, and I will never understand.
Like, deadass, I thought I was a dysregulated motherfucker some days.
And people that go out, like, what? I don't know what's wrong with Jessica, because she has this inclination that she has to live.
This is the first one I've seen. It's really odd because, like, I stream on Twitch too, right? If she is doing half the shit that he said, like stoking hate in the chat, disparaging remarks constantly, someone should report her. I've already community tagged his ass about that because, like, at this point, like, she needs to be reported to Twitch. She's threatened a person that's off platform shit that should get her fucking terminated or fucking suspended or some shit. And there's the fucking, like, disparaging shit on top of that. There's, like, when you stack it all together, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe you can let the disparaging shit go. Okay, what about the, like, threatening this motherfucker, though? That's, like, fucked up. Like, Twitch needs to get her off of the like, her, Frogan, Asman all need to, like, get their respective licks in, right? I'm okay with the people who used a whole goddamn panel getting more time than the person who did one thing on their own and apologized quickly. I kind of think the person who's doubling down with indignance maybe needs like 8 weeks, not gonna fucking lie, you know?
Stream every single second of her life.
It doesn't matter though.
You know,
like, her seeking viewership validation doesn't fucking matter because, like, her intent doesn't matter. Because the outcome is still.
Seen her in the showers, taking shits, doing all that stuff. And now she has to do it while she's shopping. She clearly just doesn't get the vibe that Josh is trying to implement, where it's like, no streaming, complete disconnect. That way the trolls don't fuck with us and we can just hang out. Nah, she doesn't get that. And Josh, meanwhile, he was doing this fucking...
Even if she gets it, she's not helping. And right now,
while she's out in the...
with how she's treating him now, I think she got it the whole goddamn time.
That's most definitely what is up, you know.
Who else has this man been with? What the fuck else has he done with his time?
And we're trying to stay away from the ladies.
Didn't somebody already sent him a... Please tell me the doll is in my fucking history. No. It's me laughing at this.
Promoting other streamers in this chat unless it's Dex, Nano, or Billy John. You're not part of this crew, dude. Okay? I felt like, what the fuck, dude? I love this N-word. Okay? I have drama and everybody will be good. I have drama. I have drama. I have drama. I have drama. Okay? I felt like, what the fuck, dude? I love this N-word. I have drama. I have drama. I have drama. My dudes. They're my number one dude. Okay? I felt like, what the fuck, dude? I love this N-word. My dudes. They're my number one dudes. So I have drama. I have drama. I have drama. And I have drama. And everybody will be good.
Yeah, it actually clips off here.
It's never been like that with us. But, like, you are my friend. So, like, let's just fucking go and have fun and not have drama. And everybody will be good.
But I learned that I can get it to be here.
I have drama. And everybody will be good. I have drama. And everybody will be good.
And then I think I made a redeem out of... I need to, like, implement the new Twitch redeem, because, like...
I have drama and everybody will be good. I have drama
we all
and
eat
everybody
tonight.
will be good.
We eat tonight. Yes.
She's making him a delicious bog meal. Delicious. She's got power...
And flares are designed to trick a heat seeker into chasing the wrong target. There. Deceive and deflect. Deceive and deflect. Deceive and deflect.
Okay, sorry. Wrong one.
And a plant inside of there. She's gonna make it all homey, hoping to convince him to let her stay a little bit longer.
And plus, he did not want to come in here and distract me because Josh would be touching all over my ass. So he's just letting me do my thing, and he's doing his thing. And,
ooh, baby. Is that a...
Or
ooh,
I'll just fucking end this and I'll delete it, and I'll still
that
end up
is a
cooking
little
for
baby
Josh, and you
pothos.
won't see shit. So pick what you want,
Here,
because
I'll give you link.
I'm not going to be
like,
being
it's gonna
treated like
be
this. What am I doing?
Okay, so every so often we have... Oh, that's the Eternal Disavowal. Oh no, there's so much shit. There's so much shit. Why am I this person? It's gonna be, like, we have VODs to do occasionally. It's really handy for that. I'm never gonna be mad at this.
She acts like she's God's grace on this green earth. Just...
Glorious bastards. King Cobra JFS back at it with another video. So Jessica Boyle literally sent me 2 pairs of her fucking underwear when she sent the knife back that I gave her when I bought for her when we were dating. Talking all this shit like, oh, YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video.
It's just so much.
It's been brought to my attention that my
It's so
ex-girlfriend
much.
Jessica Boyle is threatening to shoot me with a gun.
We've changed so much. Time
Saving
has
all of us
changed.
saying, well, you know, I'll just end it. You won't see any, no content for you trolls. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna follow through with that, Jessica. We know that you just really don't even like the whole streaming concept. That's just so silly. We wouldn't even
streaming, it's
bother
fun.
working with that anymore. She can do without it. It's not like an addiction. It's not like the meth she smokes when she goes home. So that's most definitely what is up. And
it's
Josh
funny.
just, you know, the horn master.
Because I got lost trying to find if Vegan Patriot... People keep saying Vegan Patriot does that. I can't find proof. I went on a fucking dig. Speaking of digging, did you know...
Salvo Pancakes here, the digital Jesus people are calling me. Let me explain to you what went down today.
I don't know if this is legit or not.
I
I've yet to have the time.
I logged into it and I see I have access.
Does
to
someone
a
else
group
want to
chat
deal
that
with this?
contains Keemstar, Nicholas Diorio,
Speaking of shit I
Augie
can't
RC,
run down.
Willie Mack, come on Willie, Dumpy, Zally Gets Real, Kristen Ark, Mudahar, Adam McIntyre, Paige Christie, all the usual suspects. I go into it, I'm scrolling, screen recording everything. I have a screen recording of an entire
This is
group
from a
chat
year
for an
ago.
entire year with some of the biggest YouTubers in this space and on the platform, and I have proof of Keemstar taking credit for my deep platforming on YouTube and Twitter. He would ask his lackeys to remind him to flag my account. They would send my new Twitter account. He would post it when it would get banned, like I'm some sort of savannah lion from Africa that he kills and stuffs and he puts on his wall as some sort of trophy. And all of them, every single one of these people that are so anti-deplatform, were okay with it or didn't say anything. A lot of
So I've not gone through this yet, but there's this whole like big ass document, and who doesn't like big ass documents to read, right? Okay, sick. I'm glad since we got to like pivot between like, cool. If Jessica's talked about it, great. Last time someone said something about someone doing that, I couldn't find it, but I found more shit I had to like, when I started reading documents about bodies and shit, I was like, fuck it, I'm taking a break. Well, that's why we're here.
And there's a clip that I'm not going to include in this video because I have a feeling YouTube's going to get...
No, I didn't find this trying to be an explicit asshole. I found this because I keep having to like do this every time we watch a Mudahar video.
Yes, anymore. It's done.
Why?
By the
supposed
way,
to film on
it wasn't
Tuesday.
intention.
Well, there's a couple
it was
reasons
just like
for it. A lot of that was obviously
it had
some
to
of the
happen.
Shad stuff too, because we were kind of sitting there, we're like,
it
me
happened
and
that way.
Caleb, we were just like, this is, I don't know, it's weird. We haven't done like a full background look onto what is.
Here, and I have to make a good impression.
No problem. You've already made the perfect impression, man. You got me at like 5:30 watching memes on a nice work day.
It's not memes.
What up, Nux, Taku? What the fuck are we watching?
Like just already
It's that.
globules memes.
So they
Why are
didn't
you
take
saying
the
this?
time
How do you
to
know
like
this isn't-
do that appropriately, and they could have, but they didn't. So, you know, anywho's. No, I found like I just need things to make
a
sense.
little bit upsetty
That's
about
all.
it, but
I just, when people make like statements like that are big and sweeping and out of left field, I sometimes have to go suss it out, and it can be very tedious.
essentially Jessica is cleaning his kitchen and he walks up behind, gives her a little squeezy squeeze, if you're picking up what I'm throwing down, and
Yes.
she's just having an absolute fucking wreck of a day, of a life, of an existence, because she shortly breaks down
Uh-huh.
after that and basically
Right?
whispers to
Like, I just wanted to know if Oompaville or Mudahar had addressed this, and I had to do some Google dorking bullshit to get our asses here is the only thing that's been done in the last, like, since the original video, you know, taking apart the shit was released, and I wanted to see if I had to stop giving it, or had to change how I was giving it, or if it had been addressed. I didn't want to, you know, be literally spreading misinformation, so I ended up finding more that I now can't even, that I now also can't, like, there's a pile. So now all I can do is be like, throw my hands up. What the fuck?
herself that she doesn't want to leave, she doesn't want to go home, because I have a feeling that her parents are going to kick her to the curb,
like-
so she has to make the move.
The choice part being that, like, it's really easy to come here and be like, we do not get behind this kind of behavior ever. That's really inappropriate. Like, especially to this person who just deserves better social fucking outcomes. Hell no. Nuh-uh. No.
Most out this.
So I don't have the spoons to go through it all. So I just keep waving it around.
But I'm not fucking gothy. I'll never fucking be gothy. And I look.
I can barely play Dark Souls right now. I want to.
Stop slut-shaming each other, ladies.
I've been trying to for 2 days.
That's not what I said, Josh. I just said
Well, I
look
played in
better
bed.
than her. I said don't compare
No,
me
I played
to her.
Drova
Thank
in
you.
bed last night.
I'm nothing like
Ooh.
gothy. Thanks. I don't smoke meth.
Even my couch. See, then I have to go suss things out when there's conflicting shit. Because Vegan Patriot also said a similar thing, and legitimately all I could find was people on Reddit saying they look like they do that. I never found them doing it. I did find Nanobot Andy talking about it and then doing a deal on like a live stream that was also a VOD and that other people had reacted to. That's different. But like, you know.
Thank you.
Right? When people are like conflicting
I'm nothing
shit.
like better than her. I said don't compare
It's
me
hard.
to her. Thank you. I'm nothing like gothy. Thanks. I don't smoke meth. Thank you. Right in the kisser.
I can't just.
Do you think that people realize when conflicting shit gets brought up that occasionally and unfortunately I get curious?
You're not that bad, baby girl. Calm down.
I'm joking. People are joking with me, so I'm joking back. Because you would never do that to me. So I'm just making my own little jokes.
I think the way to get past my curiosity is to just tell people where you want the like updates to go. So I could just go to a unified place and see what the current discourse is. You know?
To be a joke, it either has to have like some sense of irony or.
Because like I think if someone really wants to deflect and hide something, I swear to fuck, I keep thinking about it off and on. I feel like if they want to succeed at this,
flare, deceive, and deflect.
they probably need to do a Reddit AMA. Like, you know what? For real though, I haven't finished sussing through this yet. But it's in the open. Like, a lot of times, when people really do want to do shade, I think the ones that succeed pretend to be transparent. I feel like that's the way.
To be a joke.
I swear.
I'm joking. Right in the.
Stop slut-shaming each other, ladies.
It's not slut shaming. That's not what I said, Josh. I just said I look better than her. I said don't compare me to her. Thank you. I'm nothing like gothy. Thanks. I don't smoke meth. Thank you. Right in the kisser.
I can't, Jessica. You're not that bad, baby girl. Calm down.
I'm joking. People are joking with me, so I'm joking back. Because you would never do that to me. So I'm just making my own little jokes.
Boy.
To be a joke, it either has to have like some sense of irony or be funny in some.
I mean, it can be a joke that just really fell flat on all of the intended and not intended audiences. No, it was a joke. It just had shit delivery, shit timing, and was constructed like shit. And we couldn't tell the joke from like facts being spit or loggergations. Because people drink lager and they'd say the word allegation.
Way, you're clearly just a vindictive bitch who is trying to own the trolls, you know,
This is wild.
try and get the moral high ground on the people who are roasting you in the comment
The face
section.
zoom
But
ins that
unfortunately,
saturated
we're not
does
gonna see that
destroy me.
today. And I think it's kind of rich coming from her because I know her self-esteem is just fucking rock bottom. She flips from saying I'm hotter than this bitch to I know Josh doesn't love me. He thinks I'm ugly. I'll never.
Honestly, don't tolerate people that need to compare people to other people. Just treat yourself with love and respect. Don't spend time with people that do that.
Be as attractive as anybody else that wants
Heart
to
y'all
date him,
equally.
and then she'll flip-flop back. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Here's the breakdown. I've seen way more of gothy than I've ever wanted to see in my entire life. Just absolutely
Like, if Cobes showed me a person that was like legit about to like compare two people for any moral-based reason, I would have been like, homie, that's... As a bitch who's bad at noticing red flags and responding, that's a red flag you should respond to, honey.
nightmarish images that are burned into the back of my eyelids, but
God damn.
they're about even. They're about even. I'll leave it
Poor
at
whippersnapper.
Video and figure it out. I'm fucking with them.
There you go. I feel that. Because the trolls are stupid.
No, I'm not playing any fucking music because I'm not in the mood to play music. So,
See, it is a joke. It's just shitty delivery, shitty timing.
Yes.
Shitty premise.
Basting the meat.
Yeah.
No distinction
That
from the
sweet,
otherwise
delicious
conversation.
buttery smell in the air.
Blends in with the rest of the conversation.
Oh my fucking god, stop.
It's a joke, it's just a really bad one.
It's alright, Josh.
No, I know it's so fucking alright. Don't fucking tell me shit. But like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, take a hint. I appreciate all the fans that I get. But if you're sitting there blowing up my fucking phone when I'm trying to do cooking videos.
It's that.
Oh
Poor dude. I feel
God.
bad that his phone gets fucked with if he's not intending that. I thought he gave out his fucking number or some shit.
Domestic violence coming in nicely, Tubes. You have to love the way that he treats her.
I mean,
you know,
it's not like it was unexpected.
You stupid bitch. Don't you be talking to me about this. I know what's going on, all right? Except he doesn't know what's going on. Because her streaming is why people are contacting him. And the funniest part is, like,
He
his
says
phone
trolls.
sound the awooga.
He says trolls. He means to say concerned parties with an interest in the continuation of Cobra's well-being, as he is a wholesome locale. And Jessica might actually be going red cap with that fucking clout. Fuck goblin mode. Went red cap mode with the clout chase.
Is a fucking hilarious side
Because red caps, they just want to be a dick, and they throw rocks, and they coat their caps in blood. Which I can understand wanting to, like, aspire for such glorious fucking ends, obviously.
Character that just shows up at the perfect moments to piss him off.
I mean, honestly, my friend who loves me and makes sure I'm okay had to drag me for every shitty relationship I let myself sit in. Every time I let myself get abused and wouldn't fucking walk out when he said, leave, 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 sever, he would give me shit. And you know what? I'm not trying to advocate for giving people shit when you don't know them, but he knew me and it works, and presumably somebody in that fucking shit pile knows him and is saying it earnestly from a place of fucking understanding, and he should probably fucking listen. Like, I'm sure not everybody is out there trying their hardest for him, but he should fucking try to parse out the bullshit from the rest. 'Cause, like, goddamn. And it's like, he doesn't need much help. Like, at this point. Can I just open closed tabs? At this point.
Your boy is threatening to shoot me with a gun. I'd like to see your fucking
Did you reply,
try.
bitch?
I'm right here, you
Nope,
fucking
I just
fat
blew your
cunt.
shit up.
I'd like to see you fucking try it, dude. How the fuck you gonna get a gun under the plane, stupid? You didn't think that one too, did ya? No.
And Jessica's not gonna stop life.
Actually a clout red cap. Ready to soak the cap in blood over some bullshit. That's terrifying. Desperation's a motherfucker.
And
Goddamn.
There's this whole secondary arc going on about treasure inside of Cobra's dwelling that she's trying to find. She was rummaging through all this shit. She put on the goblin mask thing, and she brought out the puppets and was playing the guitar. It was a whole fucking thing.
Is it a wand?
And she just wants to get some of that YouTube money.
Is it a wand?
The YouTube money, baby. Sweet dollar greenbacks, all right?
Oh my gosh.
I literally just bought this.
She knows that he probably goes to the bank and keeps cash around so he can get weed and fucking liquor. And oh my gosh, is she looking for the actual fucking money bag? My dad used to keep it inside a Crown Royal bag, which was a weird choice because then I had to like take that to get coins to do laundry, and people would be like, "Hey little kid, why do you have a Crown Royal bag in your hands?"
New, brand new, brand new, brand
Weird.
new, brand new,
Brand
new,
fucking new.
brand
Can we loop
new,
this?
brand new. I literally just
Why is
bought
it
this.
perfect? Is it already looped?
Brand
I
new,
need sauce.
brand new, 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 brand new. This.
I need the original so I can get this and attribute it appropriately. Fuck.
Brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new.
I want this as a fucking redeem.
Brand new, brand new.
This is perfect.
Brand new,
I could die for this.
brand new.
Ew, what the
Is
fuck?
that not a blue collar job
Brand
that
new.
everyone should
I get
fucking
it.
know how to do? The fucking basics
Brand new.
of fucking
Okay.
life. Give
Fine.
me a fucking break.
Fuck. That
Nobody's
is.
shaming plumbers. Thank you.
How do
And
you...
we're back in the bathtub,
I don't
baby.
trust that it's
Yep,
brand
so,
new. It's been in a
essentially
nasty
a
ass
dispute
store collecting fuck knows what. And you just put that shit on a towel that's clean?
broke out between the
Ew.
two. She went like silent for like half an hour or something like that. Muted her stream. It was clear that they were probably arguing, and now she's in her safe space, and Josh has to listen through the walls as she goes absolutely apeshit while she's inside of there, and is breaking his plumbing, is running up the water.
Okay, I was about to say one time one of my exes had to hear me go apeshit, but it wasn't really apeshit. I didn't break anything. I was playing video games in a different room.
Bill, I mean, it's every
I was just
nightmare
like, God damn it.
scenario that Josh probably wanted to avoid.
Motherfucker came to
wrapped
check
into
on
one,
me.
and he's just too
Lol.
fucking benzoed out to try and figure out what's actually happening, because he's got a fucking Cooking with Cobra video to take care of.
I have to do everything for it. No, the fuck I don't. He's capable of doing it himself. Oh, I gotta do this for him. I have to do that for him. No, the fuck I don't. Oh, I don't buy this for him. I don't buy that for him. I don't love him because I didn't spend my money on this for him. I didn't do that for him. Okay. Okay, I don't love Josh, right? That's why I've flown here fucking twice.
You fucking
but I
don't.
give a fuck about him.
You
Yeah,
love
okay.
whatever he gets you.
We can all pretend, right?
Or if you love him, that is not the love you need to give somebody. You need to love yourself.
Apply for monetization until April 13th.
Oh, cool.
This shit's getting fucking insane craniacs going on in here. All right.
One day, when we get YouTube monetized, we're gonna do a giveaway for Dino Poop. Okay? Oh, hold on. I'll find it. Hold on.
Right? We're literally witnessing. I've always talked about this. I think that we're missing out on the opportunity of monetizing the homeless in this country, where, I mean, you're telling me that a homeless guy, I give him a GoPro to wear 24/7.
When we eventually get monetized on YouTube,
I say, hey buddy,
dead
I'll
ass.
get you a bottle of Jameson and a
When people
$100
reply to a
bill.
comment,
If
we're
you
gonna do
come
a
back
reply
week
to the
later
comments
and
thingy,
the footage is
and I
useful,
swear to fuck,
that's most definitely what's
it's
up.
gonna
You
be
get a
for
gang
Dino
of them
shit.
in the same area. You
All
see
right.
what's going on. It's kind of like those.
I'm down
videos of
to drop $40 on someone getting
in the
Dino
wild
Poop,
that have
a Dino
little tiny
Tooth,
cameras on
and
their
all this
collars.
shit,
That's
right?
that's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm so
right?
good with
And I
this.
think
This is like the
Jessica could be
way.
my
I'm
first
fine with
experiment.
this.
You know,
100%.
She, is losing her mind about Josh.
I want
and
to
would
Dino
love to see a
Copperlight
24/7
a
stream. I'll
commenter
hook her
as
up.
soon
I'll
as
give
we're
her some money for
monetized.
that. That's definitely worth the content too.
Everything righty.
I'm so in it for
Lucy,
this.
if it's not turning off, what do you want me to do? Break my knuckles? Oh, you want me to wake him up? No.
You know what would make me laugh so hard? If Fuzi commented and won the Dino Copperlight. Because at least someone, like, that would be silly. That would be so silly. Especially after what Mudahar said.
How about you wake up your... Why don't you live stream waking up your fucking person? I'll wait. I'll wait for that.
One time, that same person that I lived with that I didn't go like that on, but I was going to joke about, one time they threw, you know that meme that was floating around about like a big ass bag of weed getting thrown at somebody's head when they're asleep and they're just like, oh baby, I love you. I showed them this meme one time and then they like go outside and come back with a big ass bag of weed and they throw it at my head. And I'm like actually the happiest motherfucker because someone like cared about this fucking meme that I showed them. And then went through the fucking runarounds to make it happen into my face. And, like, I'm gonna be honest, that was pretty sick. We are still friends and homies and check on each other. Because that kind of bullshit, you don't get that unless you know an actual friend who will have your back through and through, even if you separate.
Why don't you live
Maybe you
stream waking
do,
up
but that's
your
what
fucking
I'm used to
person?
it from.
I'll wait. I'll wait for that. I'll see how you get treated when you get fucking woken up from that. I'll wait. This isn't Josh's stream. If you want Josh's stream, text his ass. This is me. I'm not Josh. I'm not Josh. Thank you. When did you figure it out that I'm not Josh?
I will never understand why Josh has to sleep with a black light on inside of his room. That seems like the most irritating fucking nonsense
like it and
that's
I hate it
going
at the
on.
same time.
They basically use those blue lights in parking lots to prevent junkies from shooting up. Maybe he changes the light bulbs when Jessica shows up. He's like, we ain't doing any of that H up in here. No. We're not letting that slide. And everybody's roasting her, saying that she's got to figure out how to fix the fucking plumbing in the bathroom. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Get Joshy to show up and fix it? I ain't doing that. That's not happening. He's asleep. You wouldn't want to wake up the person you're with who's sleeping. And I don't think there's any evidence that he's
Bro, I have
sleeping
woken
inside the bed.
motherfuckers up because I have been like, I want to play with power tools, but in a slightly more like reserved sense.
Is he fucking passed out in the chair in the living room? I
Only
don't know
slightly.
what's going on here.
I wanted to mount a television, okay?
I did was
it was
unplug
important.
it. My phone charger's not in here, so my phone's at 3%, and I'm gonna cut this off very soon. So
He wanted to watch telly.
I'm gonna cut this off very soon. I would keep it going.
I needed to nap and get back up.
I can't find
It was done by morning.
Fucking phone charger.
I'm not running his water, you fucking bitch. I've been what all night? You've been fucking your mother ass while your father watches all night while he licks your asshole? I'm so sorry about that.
Oh yeah, it was a great party. Oh no, that was your mom and dad, huh?
This is like actual like the beginnings of a possession. You know, you see that movie that's the father went into town to get some milk while his wife stayed at home, and some demon infiltrated her pussy, and now she's possessed. And he has to come back and figure out what the fuck's going on. That's Jessica right now.
I'm still here
you can
for
hear
it.
the water running, and I'm not saying that she didn't try and turn the water off. It's probably she broke some shit and it's leaking, it's spraying water out. She just doesn't give a fuck. She's not gonna figure that out.
Probably.
Said she's gonna spin her head around 360 and start crawling on the walls. Maybe she'll crawl into the vent that Puff died in, resurrect him, bring
She's
him back
venting
as
like a
the
fucking
evil
imposter.
ghost of Puff. I don't know. I
God damn it.
I don't know where the saga's heading, to be honest.
I'm supposed to be in charge of his fucking food that he was supposed to cook fucking hours ago.
As soon as we're
Is the
monetized,
oven on? I don't
dino
fucking know. I don't
shit.
know how to work this 1970s fucking
Going to
contraption.
somebody.
That's not my. This ain't my fucking house. I'm supposed to be in charge of something.
I'm
not touching his food so
honestly,
he can
that's the
fucking
only
charge
way
it
to
me
make
now.
me check back at it
And I'm
over
also
and
not gonna
over.
touch his food. So if he's
It's
asleep,
like I'm
I'm gonna leave
excited
it
to
up and
see
I'm
that.
not touching that. Josh don't want to wake up to touch his own food. That's fine. I'm not going to be responsible for the outcome. Thank you.
Oh, I have the proof to show him it wasn't me. Thank you. I'm not touching his shit, fucking bitch.
His stuff is not my responsibility.
I don't know what about this angle that really disturbs me. It kind of
A lot. I'm bringing it back. It's kind of
Bitch. Me, thank you. I'm not touching his shit, fucking bitch.
His stuff is not my responsibility.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what about this angle. that
Oh
really
my gosh,
disturbs-
because it makes you feel like a lamprey. I can't spell. Because it makes you feel like a lamprey is looking at you. No, hi, don't hold cameras in that angle. It makes everyone feel like this, okay? This is what happens when you hold a camera in that angle. I know a lot of you might like sitting your fucking computer down on the table and aiming it up at you. I'm not saying slouch, but there's at least one person who just immediately associates that with lamprey. Now, honestly, I think the coming back and going away really fucked me up. I think that's the one that did it. That is definitely the one that did it. That is defers it. It is the going away and coming back.
Shit, fucking bitch.
Yeah, hold on.
His
This part makes me feel like lamprey.
stuff is not my responsibility.
I don't know what about this
Oh my
angle
gosh.
that really disturbs me. It kind of feels like we're seeing a chest burster from Aliens inside of the womb. We stuck a camera up there and we're just recording the thoughts of the weird berserk animal that's inside of there. And I love that she is willing to take the risk of basically having decaying, charred ribs just fill up with smoke inside of the apartment as she sleeps, versus, I don't know, turning the oven off, finding Josh, saying, hey Josh, I'm going to bed. Maybe you shouldn't pass out and leave the oven on. I know she's still trying to win over the fact that she wants to stay here permanently, but I don't know, look out for your well-being every once in a while. I wouldn't be trusting Joshy all the time here, all right? Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Jessica is allegedly leaving soon, so very sad times. But until next time,
Hey there.
I'll talk to you guys later.
How you doing?
We're seeing a
We're gonna head out in a
chest
minute.
burster from Aliens.
I'm just having
Josh don't want to wake father.
on walls. Maybe
That's not my.
I'm having
This
a
ain't my
sweet
fucking
moment.
house. I'm supposed to be in charge. No, I'm not touching
Where
his food
was
so
it?
he can fucking
Oh
charge
my
at me. No.
gosh.
And I'm also not going to touch his food. So if he's asleep, I'm going to leave the oven on. I'm
Oh,
not
it's right
touching
here.
that outcome. Thank you.
Oh, I have the proof
There,
to
Bree.
show him it wasn't me. Thank you. I'm not touching his shit, fucking bitch.
His stuff is not my responsibility.
Fucking bitch.
His stuff is not my responsibility.
I don't know what about this angle that really disturbs
Lamprey
me. It kind of
vibes.
feels like we're seeing
100% Lamprey
a
vibes.
chest burster from Aliens inside of the womb. We stuck a camera up there and we're just recording the thoughts of the weird berserk animal that's inside of there. And I love that she is willing to take the risk of basically having decaying charred ribs just fill up with smoke inside of the apartment as she sleeps, versus, I don't know, turning the oven off, finding Josh, saying, "Hey Josh, I'm going to bed. Maybe you shouldn't pass out and leave the oven on." I know she's still trying to win over the fact that she wants to stay here permanently, but I don't know. Look out for your well-being every once in a while.
Okay.
I wouldn't be trusting
My
Joshy
dears, I'm
all
gonna
the
head
time
out.
here. All right.
The stream on Twitch
Either way,
crashed,
I hope you guys
and I
enjoyed
still
the-
cannot rate on YouTube until This is the only reason that I will try to get monetized, is that one day I want to be able to rate us out, and I can only do it on Twitch currently.
On the fucking plane, you dumb fucking cunts.
So
I got
I'm
you,
gonna
Jessica
head out.
Boyle,
Thank you very
so
much for
fucking
hanging out with
hard.
me.
Otherwise, she wouldn't be
I appreciate
threatening
you
this
all
crap.
oodles. I can recommend a
I've already
silly
had to
place
press
to go if you'd
charges on
like.
her for
Let me check
revenge
something
pointing
real
my
quick.
ass.
I can at least try to
And now
soft
she's
rate
threatening
us.
to shoot me.
It may not be the whole shebang.
She is so fucking insane, dude.
Is
I'm
Homie
sick
on?
of it. I'll give you a quick review. We
I thought
got the
this meant they were on.
Midnight
Oh, it's a
Moon,
premiere.
Moonshake.
I'm gonna send you by Resi if we're gonna soft
Peanut
rate
butter
anything.
cup.
Anyways.
Here's Resi.
Okay.
Resi does stuff.
Sipping on this last night.
Apparently,
Give it a couple
Resi's
good
playing a
shakes
game.
before we try it
Sometimes
again on
there's
camera.
a meat Resi. Other times there's not a meat Resi. There's the link for where you might want to go. Resi has a cute cat named Loki. Many cute cats, actually, but one's named Loki. Okay. So you'll see Resi talking, or occasionally, fucking gaming. And that's all I can do is recommend you go there. And I can be like, I'll be over there in the
not
Twitch
bad.
chat, probably. Or on
That's
the
got like a hint
YouTube. I
of
bump up onto either.
Mint,
Y'all have a lovely one.
chocolate,
Be okay.
caramel.
I have to roll up in Resi's chat and ask for silly things. There's an entirely different Smoking Monkey PNG tuber that Resi can use, and I'm going to have to request it. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being my outstanding company. Please have a lovely one. Please take care of yourselves. Good fucking night. I appreciate you all. Bye fucking bye.